What's up, YouTube? So for this episode, we have social media influencer, male model Rob Robinson, aka BuiltUpRealNice, who's recently switched over to the world of Twitch. But tonight, we're going to talk about something else. Hey, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Let's Play Death Ray. I'm David.
I'm Drake. I'm Kyle.
And we have with us BuiltUpRealNice, who is an awesome person. We've known him for a while now. You guys, if you've been around, you've definitely seen Built Up and I interact. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself, Built? Who are you?
Well, thank you for having me on the show, guys. Let's play Death Ray. How are you guys doing? I am Rob. My real name is James. Fun fact. I'm going to give that out as a fun fact because nobody really knows that. My last name is Robinson, so people call me Rob for short, and my wife gave me the name because too many women were calling me James in college. So she said, no, I'm just gonna call you Rob. So that's where I get Rob from. But I am a big and tall model, a social media influencer. I love music. I am a clown. I'm pretty ratchet, but can be professional at times. And you never know what you're gonna get from me. So I'm like a Jack in the Box. I just pop out right on you with something new every time. But yeah, that's me in a nutshell.
All right. I love it. I love it. So yeah, guys, we're gonna have some fun here. I cannot wait to see what Jake and Kyle have cooked up. But real quick, before we get into this week's episode, we do actually have some swag sent over by one of the stream sponsors, Shot Call. They are a platform for communities and streamers to link up, as well as gamers to link up, join tournaments, gaming sessions, coaching sessions, things like that. Check them out, shotcall.gg. And also the music playing is Bonsai Beats, DMCA free music for content creators and streamers. Definitely go check them out on any platform you get your music, guys. It is awesome, awesome music with monthly updates and uploads. Currently, they just have released their third album, so I'm looking forward to the fourth. It is great music, guys, and it's what you hear playing throughout this whole show. And with that, we'll get right into it. All right. So, you already know I talk to you all the freaking time, so I am not shy to just jump right into the deep end of shit.
Bring it. Please bring it.
All right. So the first thing, I have always been curious, not for any real reason other than how long have you had a freaking billboard in Las Vegas?
Wait, what? Yeah, so this is news to me. I knew about the Nike stuff. I didn't know this.
Yeah.
I do have a billboard in Vegas. It's right at the beginning of the strip that you go into the main, like downtown Vegas. I've had that billboard for it's going on 2 years now, a year and a half, 2 years, right at 2 years. My shot for DXL, and I didn't even know it was up there until one of my friends from high school, he was like, dude, you didn't tell me you was on billboards. And I was like, dude, what are you talking about? He was like, yo, I'm in Vegas, I'm looking dead at you. And I was like, dude, it must be like a lookalike. I thought he was joking. I was like, FaceTime me right now. And when he FaceTime me, I seen like me with my hands out like this over like the DXL store, and I was like, dude, I'll call you back. I was freaking out. So it's been about a year and a half. It was a great opportunity. Like I said, with after they take your pictures, they don't tell you where they're going to put it. They don't tell you where it's going. You know, you can be on the storefront, you can be on like a billboard, you can be in the magazine or ads or emails. And so the fact that happened in Vegas was unreal. So I get a lot of random DMs like, hey man, I'm in Vegas, I see you, or hey, I was flying in, I saw you on the billboard. I was like, what? So yeah, that is one thing. It's pretty cool. I've had some crazy nights in Vegas too, by the way. We're not gonna talk about that right now, though.
I mean, you showed me a video. We could talk about that video a bit.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That's a true statement.
What happens in Vegas stays on YouTube, sir.
I'm going to Vegas this November. I'm gonna have to look for that billboard now.
Dude, you should miss it. Like I said, it's if you look up the DXL store, you will see it. It's right on top of there going into the strip. But yeah, it's funny to me, man, that I'm actually on a billboard. I never thought I would be a model. So it's just it's very, I'm grateful for it. It's just it was an awesome experience, man. So it's pretty cool.
Okay. That's got to be trippy.
It's I still like freak out about it. Like now that you're telling me about it, I try not to think about it too much because you know
Right.
it's like I'm on a billboard, like, but it's like when people send me pictures of it. I had like another streamer, Big Peak. He was like, "Yo, I saw you. I was driving my trailer truck. I saw you on a billboard," and I was like, "Yeah, man." He's like, "This you?" And I was like, "Yeah." And he was like, "Oh, you really got a billboard out here? Like you really model?" And I was like, "Yeah." It's not like something I want to just throw out there. People like, "Yeah, I got a billboard in Vegas. You can look me up." It's just
Right.
like, yo, I like for people to like to surprise them. So it's dude. It's I can't think. I mean, I'm just blessed, man. I don't even know how else to put it. It was an awesome experience, man.
Fair enough. You had some other pretty big modeling accolades here recently. You were on the front page of Nike, correct?
Yeah. So I got that. Somebody texted me at like 3:00 in the morning. It was like, "Dude, you're on Nike.com right now," and I was like, "Oh, I'm like on one like the back page ads, like no page, like nobody sees, like you know, like your card doesn't go through, and it's like try again." It's like me down there. He was like, "Nah, man, I think you like on the front page," and I was like, "I'm gonna call you right back." So I literally pulled up my phone and I was like, "Wait a minute." I was scrolling down and I saw my picture, and what's ironic about this picture, my wife took the picture. So Nike came to me and it was like, "Hey, we want to work with you. Can you take some photos for us?" And we sent the photos in. I was like, "Hey, can we use these photos?" And I was like, "Sure." Like, you know, it was like an influencer campaign. And he was like, "Yeah, we really like your content. We really like what you're doing." And so my wife took that picture. And so I woke my wife up 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning. I was like, "Hey, I know you're going to be pissed off at me for me waking you up, but I'm on the front page of Nike. And you let me know who took this picture." And she like rolled over. And so she's like, "They could have waited for in the morning." She humbles me.
Woke me up for this.
Right, exactly. Like she like humbles me down to the ground, to the earth so quickly. Like I could be like, "Yo, I'm on the billboard." She's like, "Oh, that's nice. All right, so what are we gonna eat?" And I'm like, so it was up there for like a week long, and that was really tripping me out because I'm like, I did a post about Nike, about their big and tall department, and they had like all these high schoolers they photoed. And I was like, I can't, like, how do you want me to shop this website? And I'm looking at little kids going on like a field trip, you know, with like all these bright colors. Like, this is not big and tall representation. And a year later, they reached out to him and was like, "Hey, all right, since you pointed us out, you know, like they didn't say that, but I know they saw it because the video got a lot of traffic that I did on them." And they're just like, "Hey, I want to work with you." And I was freaking out at first. And then when I saw like the numbers for them wanting to work with me just for taking the photo, I was like, "Just for one photo, y'all gonna pay this amount?" And I was like, "It's like, yeah, you know, just let me know if you got a higher budget." I was like, no, this works. You know, this is fine. This is okay." And then so we've actually done 2 campaigns together. I'm not sure where my next batch of pictures are going. They didn't highlight anybody else, which is really kind of like, they were reaching out to him like, "Yo, how you got on the front page? Who do you know?" I was like, "Bro, like honestly, I don't even know how they do this." It was like 2 other models. They reached out to take some photos, and I was like, and I looked at their photos, and I was like, "Oh, like, well, you know, just from the content, I see mine was like a little bit better. Like you guys are like standing in like New York streets, and it's really not good lighting. So you know, it's just like mine is like in the woods running with the Nike outfit on, and the fact that I got pure white around all this dirt." It was like the contrast of everything. And I was like, wow. And my wife mistakenly got that picture. Like she had like the shutter effect on. She's like, "Just run." And I was like, "I do not feel like running." She's like, "Just run." And I was like, "Ugh." And like, I saw it. I was like, "Oh my God, this is it. So, but yeah, Nike, I've worked with Nike recently. It's been, you know, this pandemic has, well, now we're on the other end of it, coming out of it. In most places, but this pandemic, man, I've worked with Stitch Fit, Nike, DXL. Everybody wanted online stuff, so they went to search for like more online models. So they just brought everything to me, and I literally was like doing like 3 or 4 brands at one time. I was shooting in one room, this streamer room. Now I had like different corners set up for like different, like I had like one little couch, then I had one little armchair here, so you can get like different sceneries in different places. But dude, I was exhausted, man. So people was like, were you working during the pandemic? I had my regular job going, and then I had the modeling going. And the emails are a lot more tedious. You know, it's not just hop on the flight and go there and then you shoot in front of a camera. They're like, oh no, can you change this pose around? I'm like, well, it was cloudy yesterday, but the sun is out now. So like, I don't know if I can get the same angle for you, but yeah, let me try. So it was like a constant back and forth. But yeah, Nike was another big one. Now that I'm thinking about this, oh man, I'm doing a lot of work.
Yeah, you have. And it brings me to my next question in this aspect of it is which came first, the Instagram influencer or the male model? Which gig did you have first?
That is a great question. So this is when I tell people, do what you love, because I've always been an Instagrammer. I had my weight loss transformation on Instagram. I don't know if you guys remember like Shreds and all these big time companies with protein and then, you know, what was the other, the C4 workouts. This is when all this was popping out. So I had a natural weight loss transformation, and I had all these companies coming at me like, hey, you got like 40, you know, what, 20, 30,000 followers. At that time, that was huge for Instagram. So it was like, hey, we want to see your products. Can you use them and can you promote them? And we'll pay you this amount of money. I was like, well, I didn't use these products to lose weight. So I don't want to, you know, I never falsified my weight loss to other things and other people were giving me. So only thing I did was a protein shake. And I used to, and it had like some Lucky Charms in it or marshmallows that I really actually took during my weight loss journey. And that's the only thing I really promoted on my page. But I used to do entertainment. Like, so when live became available on Instagram, I was on a live singing Pixar songs with my dogs, Poncho, and a big and tall model was brought in off the Explore page. I mean, not a big and tall model, a plus size model was brought in off the Explore page. And she watched me the whole hour that I had allocated for this live. After an hour, it cuts you off and you got to restart it. So I was like, oh, I got to go, blah, blah, blah. She sends me a DM. She's like, you should be a big and tall model. I didn't even know who this lady was. I don't even know her name. But it turns out she was really big in the industry. So I was like, oh, okay, yeah, cool. Thanks for reaching out. So I paid no mind. And so she's like, no, I'm not playing. You should really get into modeling. You have a great smile. You have a great personality. And you held my attention for a whole hour. That's hard to do. And I was like, oh, okay. I paid her no mind. The next morning, she messaged me again. So I'm telling my wife, I'm like, yo, somebody's messaging me about modeling. She's like, who is she? I was like, her name is Christina Mendez. And I was like, this is not the singer Christina Mendez. It's like model Christina Mendez. She's like a plus size model. So she's like, oh yeah, she's on all the magazines. And I was like, what? So she's like, yeah, she's like models for everybody. And I was like, she like ripped the runway, BET, all these awards. I'm like, I think this is her talking to me. And then when my wife validated that, I was like, oh yeah. So what do I do? I've never been down the runway before. So she's like, I'm going to fly to Atlanta. I'm going to teach you how to walk down the runway. And we're going to cast for New York Fashion Week, which is a big week in New York. And I was like, okay, cool. So I called my mom. I was like, Mom, I got somebody coming down here to teach me how to walk down the runway. She flew down here for one day, taught me how to walk on the runway, recorded me for my casting, submitted that on my behalf, flew back down the next weekend, had a photographer meet up with me, took it's what you call a comp card. It's like a resume for photographers. Took all these different looks. And she was like, I'm going to put this together. She was like, God is just putting this on my heart to bless me, bless you or whatever the case is. I was like, okay, like, cool. Like, so I was like, it's always something in return. People not just going to do all this stuff for free and be like, all of a sudden. But she genuinely did it out the kindness of her heart. She said she wanted to give back something to the community from a female and male aspect. So she randomly chose people that she wanted to help out with no strings attached. So 3 weeks later, I'm flying to New York. I got the job. I'm flying to New York to be on the runway. And you put me on the runway, you put me in the right room with the right people, they will remember my name. So I'll share some footage with y'all one day on the runway, but it was just like, I couldn't believe it. It was just crazy. So from there, I got a lot more followers from the model world.
Right.
They saw my personality. And then boom, DXL hits me up. It's like, hey, we got an event with DJ Khaled. Do you want to come out? And I was like, and it was like, what is your day rates? And I'm like, I have no agent, nothing. I don't even know what they're talking about. So I'm like, day rate. I'm like, So I called Christina, and Christina was like, okay, so what do you want your day rate to be? And I was like, what? She's like, if someone booked you for a whole day, what do you want your day rate to be? She's like, you can go from like 2 to 5,000. You really don't have experience yet, but you can start at like 2. And I was like, wait, they're gonna pay me $2,000 on top of my flight in the hotel to fly me out to this? She's like, yeah. Like, what do you want to do? What do you want to tell them? I was like, let's just go 2,500. I sent it back. They was like, okay. Put me in a private hotel. The Kardashians were staying in this hotel. Flew me out to LA 3 days later. DJ Khaled, all these famous influencers come. I'm just like, I'm shocked. I'm like, dude, 3 months ago, I had no idea what the modeling world was. Now I'm like standing next to DJ Khaled promoting this brand, like in this private event. Like I'm in the same hotel as the Kardashians. I have no idea what's going on. And I'm literally just sitting in my hotel room like, what the hell is going on? Like, where's my life taking me? So from there, I started capitalizing on the influencer aspect. I used I took videos, I vlogged everything from my stories. You can go all the way back to my modeling, all the way when I started. You'll see every shoot I did, like every city I've been to. And then it just, from there, man. So it went from weight loss journey to entertainment to modeling. And I was like, this is who I am now. Now I'm on Twitch.
Right? Yeah.
So,
well,
yeah,
and TikTok. You're massive over there too.
So during the pandemic, man, I was doing a lot of Christian remixes for kids because I saw these kids doing like these bad songs. I'm like, look, just change the words around and make it 15 seconds. And I did one video in this room, no lights, no nothing. And I was like, I went to sleep, and the next day I woke up, it had 3 million views. I was like, what? and my mom was like, oh, thank you, Jesus. He's doing something for the Lord. I'm like, so I was like, I gotta, when kids get attached to you, it's a wrap. It's just like anything you do now from here on out, they're either gonna love it. Then I got into doing random stuff. I brought my big and tall community into Twitch. To TikTok, and I'm like, all right, they love that. Anytime I put a big and tall, I got that community on lock. They won't let me into the gaming community just yet. It's like they play with me. Like they give me a little tip and they're like, oh, yeah, we're going to show you. Nah, I don't think you're ready. So I just, the algorithm with TikTok was crazy. But yeah, man, TikTok, Instagram are my main avenues. And I make some good money off of them, through the contacts I make through them and how people find me. Because they always say, oh, I saw your TikTok or I saw your Instagram. I went to your Instagram, clicked on your website and click email. I'm like, oh, there it is. So yeah. Yeah. Damn, I do a lot. You never think about how much you do until people ask you. Nobody really asked me in a long time. Like my wife sees me working, but nobody really sat down has talked to me like this. Like, yo, I heard you did this. So you did this. And I'm like, oh yeah. As a matter of fact, I did. Like, so it's quite nice. I love
the behind the scenes stuff.
Right.
Is exactly that.
Right. I love it. Okay, yeah, that's a great question. Hit me with some more.
Don't worry. We got plenty lined up. Don't.
Well, what's your favorite modeling gig that you've done?
It would have to be with Mo Vaughn and Frank Thomas, the baseball players. They're like Mo Vaughn has a collection called MVP Collections. This guy, when I say this guy, is the way he treats. I was the only person that was modeling for him at the time. Like he flew me out and I thought it was gonna be like a casual modeling gig. He was like, yo, you hungry? And I was like, yeah. He took me to this private restaurant. Like we had the whole restaurant to ourselves. Like it was like superstars walking around. He was like, yo, you want to go, you want a night game? You want to go grab a drink together? All of us. So he took the photographers. So we went to this private bar. I was like, what is going on? And like, he picks me up in this ghost phantom car that I've never seen before. And I'm like, this is what it feels like to not have any worries. Like to just be like, okay, yeah, like I don't have to worry about bills being paid. I don't know how to, and so but that very first gig was probably my most memorable gig, being that the way he took care of me and the people, the photographers around us, it was like we didn't have to lift a finger. It was like almost to the point. And he brought us into his home. That says a big thing about, people. So, I've been places where I'm like, but like the fact that somebody trusts you enough to bring you into their mansion, to shoot at their, their pool or their private communities, to bring me around their kids. And I love his kids. His kids, are great. But that was in Vegas. But the great part of that is when Frank Thomas came along, because he was like, "Oh, my buddy Frank Thomas is here. We're just going to go out tonight. Do you want to come out with us?" And I said, honestly, guys, I don't have the money you guys have. So, I can't make the moves you guys make. Like, I can't just go buy out a whole section and just be comfortably sitting there and saying, "Oh, okay." Like, no, like I got bills I got to pay at home. Like, I got a wife I take care of, her 2 sisters we have custody over. So it's just like, so these guys are throwing money. Like, it's just like, it's like, I don't want to take an Uber. Like, with my cars, where's my driver? Like, I'm like, this guy's a personal driver in every city. He has a personal driver. He's like, and then so he calls the guy. He's like, "Oh man, I'm out of town. I know you was gonna be in town." He's like, "Oh,
Jeez.
It's like, "Frank, get us a limo, man." So we're like down at the bottom of the, like, we get like this plushed out limo, and it's like a party limo. So all these women are looking at us like, "Hey, you guys want to, can we come with y'all? We need a ride to, where you guys going?" So it turns into like a freaking. I'm literally just sitting there, and I'm just like, and I called my wife. I said, I have all these beautiful women around me. I'm with Frank Thomas and Movine. We're having a good time. And I said, I don't know what's going to happen tonight. And, I know nothing's bad is going to happen tonight. But, I said, I'm going to enjoy this. I'm going to have the time of my life because this is probably never happened to me again. So we literally go to this casino. We shot during the day. We go to this casino. They buy out everything. I mean, I had a lobster like the size of my whole body. Like, just because, like, I try to be like, "Yo, yeah, I'll take like the little baby, the lobster tail." And Movon is like, no, bring him the whole lobster. He needs the whole lobster. And I was like, all right. So I mean, dude looked like the lobster off of SpongeBob. Like it took him like 3 tables. I'm like, bro, if I eat this, I'm gonna pass out. Like, Movon's like, yeah, crack them claws, man. You gonna eat that, man? Ain't telling Frank. And Frank's like, "Yeah, man, go ahead and eat it." Yeah, I'm like, Frank, like, you're not helping us out. So now everybody's looking at me like I'm famous because I'm hanging out with these guys having casual conversation, and then you got all these business executive women that's renting out, their little side VIP sections or whatever. I don't even know where we were. It was just like some club dinner spot. And so as I'm walking around, I got a leopard print shirt on from Movine's line. I look like an NFL player that is just loaded, or like I'm retired and I have mansions. So everybody's pulling at me. Everybody's like, "Oh, where are you from? We've never seen you before." So Movine's like, "Yeah, that's my motto." And so she was like, "Oh, that's what you call him?" And I'm like, "No, I really model for this guy." And I was like, "Oh, okay. Whatever you want to, if you want to hire a business investor from us, we'll take that." I'm like, all right, like, but it's just, dude, we had like a $5,000 bottle of wine, like we had like a shot of some alcohol where like the guy came out with white gloves. And he's like, "How would you like this poured?" And I was like, "This is a shot." And he was like, "Yeah, this is the finest." And he pulled out like a white cloth, and he's like, I was like, "Yo, I said, I know. How much is the shot?" And he was like, "Oh, 2,000. I said, "For the bottle or for the shot?" He was like, "Oh no." My mom was like, "Yo, stop asking all these questions, man. Pour the man a shot." So I'm like, I'm not a big drinker, so I'm like trying to take it down. Like, oh, he's like, "Man, take it like a man." So I was like, but it went down so smooth. I was like, "Oh, I see how people just drink this expensive stuff. Like it tastes like it would have like a smooth." I was like, "Oh, I can feel the power." So I was like, "Yeah, let me get 2 more." He was like, nah, bro, nah. Like, just 1 shot. We're gonna go back to the other stuff you ain't finished yet. I'm like, "Oh, okay, my bad." But but it was. I mean, it was one of those nights, and man, I wish I'm gonna tell you. If I can find this footage, I'm gonna tell you. I'm just gonna show you this clip. And if I can find it right off back, it'll show you how goddamn. I probably shouldn't be showing you this, but because this is behind the scenes.
Yeah. While he's searching for it, to let the audience know, this is the second time, by the way, that he's shown me a clip where the introduction is, I shouldn't be showing you this.
I'm like hoping I don't find it. I'm like, God, I hope I don't find this. But it's just this clip. It was like the lead way into what was really happening out here. And so I was like, this is very life changing. It's kind of kind of cool. Oh, so I'll show you this clip. I got drunk, not like drunk, but I got like tipsy. Right? We had a TV interview the next day, and we're like on Las Vegas Live. And I'm with these two guys. I'm so messed up. I'm the guy is telling me to back up from the camera. I'm blocking the people that are interviewing. And he's like, back up. I'm like, I'm all in the camera with glasses on and like a tie-dye. I look like Papa Smurf. Like I gotta show you. Okay, wait a minute. They have the maps on here. So all these videos came from Vegas, right? Okay, where's New Mexico? That's Arizona.
Oh no.
Good old iPhone. Hard to find them videos.
I'm okay. So I think I found the video. Okay, as you see here, I'm going to show you this, guys. I'm pausing it right now, but as you see, I don't know if can you guys see this?
Yep.
Can I send this? Can I send this to you?
Yeah, you can send it to me.
Okay, so how would I send this to you?
Discord, email, text message.
I can text it to you and be able to put. You got an iPhone?
I don't have an iPhone. No,
Okay,
I'd have
so
to
I'll
email it to myself. All right, yeah, Discord it to me.
Wait! I can Discord this? Oh crap!
Now who needs the exclamation, David?
Okay. Oh goodness. Okay. Let's see here. Okay. Wait.
Oh, I love it.
Direct messages to the 8-Bit Dojo fam. No.
Yeah, no, you don't want all the just LP.
Let's play this
Just send
way,
it to
right?
everyone in the dojo. It'll be fine.
Yeah, it'll be fine.
Oh yeah, no one would Photoshop that at all.
I think I just sent unable to send to Dojo. Okay, I'll show you. Okay, so I don't know why I won't send. Okay, so as I want you to see what's happening first. So as you see here, I'm looking at the camera, right? I am about to block them completely. And when I play this video, I'm going to go completely and block these guys.
I love it.
So I go. Oh no, wait, crap. All right. So I go straight up to the camera. He's telling me to back up. I blocked them completely. He's like, "Yo, back up, back all the way up." This is me on the camera in Las Vegas Live, and it's literally, I'm like hungover, bro. I don't know what's going on. I don't know where to look. I'm looking around. I'm getting scared now because I think the police is here. So, I'm like,
Bill,
Oh
Bill. What you were doing there is playing bodyguard. That's what that was.
exactly. I don't know.
No, don't get next. No.
I was just about to say you look like the typical TV muscle for the drug dealer.
The cartel, he's gonna take the guy out. Like, don't worry, we got him with us. Like, he's gonna shoot everybody in place.
Just need the earpiece.
So I immediately thought of the John Travolta from Pulp Fiction meme. It's the way you're looking around.
I got you. I'm taking everybody. Dude. This is me stepping out. This is the video I want to show. This is me stepping out the limo, right? And let's just show you. I'm gonna show you how this goes. I step out. That's Frank Thomas. And I don't even know who's holding my phone. I don't even know that voice is holding my phone. we go, and these is everybody that's with us. That's all the women that are with us. Some PR, some stuff, but it's just like that's Cosmopolitan. Oh, that's Cosmopolitan. That's where it was. But yeah, so that was one of the craziest, most memorable events.
That's crazy.
I actually blacked out in Vegas. I guess I can tell you this is behind the scenes. So I can tell you this is behind the scenes. You know, I called my wife at 4:00 in the morning on the hotel floor crying. So we was in this adult pool, right? And it was just like, I don't remember much after the adult pool. We was in there, it's adults around, everybody, it's the topless one, whatever the case is. But we having fun. I tell my wife, hey, I'm at the adult pool, like I'm cool. I look like an oversized football player, but we cool. Like, nobody's really, trying anything. Dude, my head just started spinning all of a sudden. I was like, so it turns out I like passed out at the elevator. Turns out whoever came over there by us spiked all our drinks. Because everybody woke up the next morning and was like, hey, like, what happened last night? I was like, I don't know. Like, I ended up on my hotel floor crying to my wife at 4:00 this morning because I thought the world was ending. I don't know what happened. So like the PR girl, she's like, yeah, my head was spinning last night. And I was like, so I immediately felt my butthole because I was like, oh my God, what just went down? Because let
me check. Let me check.
Let me check to make
Do I got my pants on?
Yeah. All right, got all my clothes on. I was the only one in my hotel room. I went down to the concierge. I was like, yo, did anybody else come up with me? He was like, no, I actually took you back to your room because you passed out by the elevator. And I was like, did anybody come in? He was like, no, like you passed out on the bed and went to sleep. And then he was like, I was like, so how did I end up in my bathroom? Well, that's when I found the throw up on the toilet. I was like, oh, so I must have been trying to get to the toilet. I threw up and I passed out because whatever I drunk down, my body was, basically saying this is not right. So it was trying to project it out, get it back out of me. So, but yeah, like 4 or 5 of us got really sick like that. And that's why I was like that on TV. I was like, dude, I don't even know if I'm here or not. And I just saw cameras. I was like, I guess I'm gonna walk to this camera. Oh, no, don't walk to this camera. Okay, look around over here. Look around over here.
That's
dude, I was
crazy.
So yeah, I got some behind the scenes stuff. But no, all in all, man, it was really fun. That's why what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. So the fact that I got a billboard there like 3 months later, I was like, I just can't get Vegas. I tried to forget about it. Like I was like, oh, I'm gonna forget about all this. I was like, yeah, you got a big ass billboard right here, brother. Like,
all right.
yeah,
That's amazing.
So yeah, bro.
Oh, okay. Well, that probably answers my next question because I was gonna ask, what's the craziest thing that's happened to you during a modeling gig?
That is the craziest. That is the craziest. That is probably the craziest. And we got attacked by a bear. We were actually in. I forgot where we were. We're shooting at some lodge.
I'm sorry. You were attacked by a bear.
Almost. I got inside the house in time. Yeah, I threw the girl out. I was like, I don't know.
You threw
where the bear's coming from.
Like, bye, Felicia.
Yeah, she was like, oh, this is so cool. I was like, oh yeah, y'all can go out there and be with that shit. Like, I'm not about to be attacked by no bear. Like, it was like a little bear cub that they thought was just the cutest thing. I'm looking at the cub like my black side came in and was like, oh shoot, it's the mama bear somewhere. Like the mama bear got to be somewhere. So they go up and try to touch this little baby cub, they gonna get attacked because they don't play that. So I'm like, I was like, I saw this on National Geographic. This is really about to get nasty. So they say I pushed 3 people out the way and went into the house. I don't remember pushing 3, maybe 1, but I think the other 2 were just behind the one that I pushed. And so I was literally shooting, and they had like the photographer on me, and I was like, all they said was, "Oh shit!" And I just ran into the house because I had already played it out of my head that this little bear cub was gonna take out everybody. So the bear cub came out the woods and was like, "Oh, what's up, everybody? There's food around here somewhere. That's why I'm sniffing." And I was like, the mama bear. I was thinking about the movie that Leonardo DiCaprio got messed up in. I was like, this is not gonna be good. So, so yeah. The mama bear never came. The cub scurried off, and I was like, so yeah, that was the most Vegas and the bear. So that was the most memorable time. Oh no, it's one more.
Oh God.
I was shooting in Arizona, 5 miles away from the Mexico border, right? And we were shooting at this lodge, which was really beautiful. And I had a red-eye flight back out to Atlanta. They put me in this cargo van where we had to be checked by these people like 3:00 in the morning. So the guy that's my driver is acting really suspect. Like he's like fidgeting, he's moving a lot, and then he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna get you to the airport. Like just let me know if you need anything." I was like, "Yeah, man, it's 3:00 in the morning. I'm just gonna lay down in the back." And so we hit the checkpoint where they got to search the car. This guy's like sweating bullets. I'm like, dude, you straight? Like, is everything all right? Like, he's like, oh, yeah, I'm good. So the policeman comes up and he's like, "Where are you guys coming from?" I was like, "Yo, I just had a photo shoot. I'm trying to get back to the airport." I showed him my papers. He's like, "Step out the car." I was like, "Oh God, I already look like I'm part of a drug cartel." Got tats on. I wasn't even thinking. I was so tired. I got a tank top on, so it looked like I've been running through the woods. I got like this white tank top on with some flip flops and my book bag. So it looked like my book bag is holding some bricks of cocaine. I'm like, this is not going well. So I literally text my wife. I'm like, "Yo, if I end up in Mexican jail, this is where I'm at. Pin my location." And so the guy comes around. He tells me to get out of the car. He's like, "I see what's in your bag." I'm like, "Yeah, man, it's just clothes." I was here for a couple of days. It's like, "All right, you can get back in the car." They took the driver out, and the driver just pouring sweat. I'm like, this dude has something on him. Like, this dude is about to get us messed up. So they talked to him for like 10 minutes. It felt like an hour. I was like, oh God, like, I just felt like a scene was gonna pop out. Like they was gonna pull out a gun and like get on the ground. And so nothing happens. He gets back in the truck and we take off. And I was like, "Dude," I said, "So you sweating pretty bad. You okay, man?" I was like, I said, I can get a, Uber to the hotel. Like once you get back on the main street. He said, nah, man. It's like, it's like, I thought it was going to search the van. And I was like, "It did search the van." And he was like, no, man. Like, I just had some flashbacks, man. I changed my life around. I just had flashbacks with some stuff I used to do. This guy's telling me this. So I'm like, "Yeah, man. Actually, I think I'm gonna stay another night. Like, I'm trying to get out of this car now." I was like, "Yeah, I think I'm gonna stay another night." So I look at the first hotel, like down. I see like a mile. I see like the Holiday Inn sign. So I asked him, "Man, I think I'm gonna stay another night, man." I said, "I think my wife is gonna fly." I made it some BS, and then he's like, "No, man, I gotta get you to the airport. They said me to get you." I said, No, it's fine, man." I said, look. I said, "Look, I'm gonna just stay at this Holiday Inn, pull over." And he's like, You sure? And I was like, "Yeah, just get in that Holiday Inn." Dude, I got out of that van so fast. Like, I still made my flight. I went into the Holiday Inn, and they got the shuttle vans. I was like, "Hey, I got caught. I was at the ranch." And I was like, "Oh, that's a nice ranch." I was like, "I'm trying to get to the airport. Can y'all give me a ride?" They did, but that was one of the scariest things because I thought my life was gonna be over. Yeah. So 3 things. I'm sorry.
Okay.
Wow.
I have to double back to the bear real quick. As much fun as I could have with that last story. Was
Yes,
the
definitely.
bear like planned, or were you just out in the woods and it came like? Run me through this again. It wasn't supposed to be there.
No, it was not supposed to be there at all.
Okay.
So me, as I'm shooting, I'm hearing like the woods wrestle. Like I'm like, "Yo, something's in these woods over here." Like, and everybody's like cool, like, "Yo, I'm good. I'm happy to be in nature, to be away from the city." Me, I'm like, okay, we have no guns out here. Like, if something comes up on us, we're done. These little girls are gonna get eaten up. The photographer is like yay small. He's gonna get attacked first. They're gonna come from me because I always, they think I'm gonna save them, but I'm really not. I'm actually tossing back into the people that, So it was like the village type feel with like a mixture of the movie Signs. So like as I'm hearing like these trees rustle, I'm like, "Yo, there's no light out here. So tonight is gonna be pitch dark and you can't even see the woods." So I'm like, okay. So everyone's like, "Oh, all right, we got our rooms, whatever." But as we're shooting, these woods are resting, and it's like towards the end of the day, it's like 5, 6 o'clock. And then the little girl's like, "Oh, there goes a bear cub." And I just go in defense mode. I'm like, "Bear, mom, where's the mom?" So as the photographer's like, "Oh, yeah, you get some great shots. Just keep moving around." I'm literally looking around like, "Yo, where's the mama bear?" And as I'm starting to think, I'm like, bears get up, they can run really fast. You can't outrun a bear. So I'm like, okay. Going through all the facts in my head, and it just clicked. I said, "All right, guys, I got to go in the house. I got to use the bathroom." I jetted in the house so bad that it's like, it said I ran over 3 people, but it was just, like I said, I was just one. I saw the one girl and I was like, "Move out the way." Like, I was like, "Move out the way." But I think I pushed her into like 2 other people. They were really concerned and they're like taking pictures of the little bear. And I was like, the other model's in there with me. He's laughing his ass off. He's like, "Bro, they don't know that it's a mama bear around somewhere." I'm like, yeah, but I'm not going to be out there,
I already saved my ass.
Right.
Good luck.
Yeah, exactly. This little bear is rolling around having the time of his life, like just, messing with trees. Like, yeah, it's food over here. That's why I'm over here. So I was just like, oh God. And so the guy that owned the place, he came back out there and searched the perimeter. Like he had his shotgun and he came and said, "Oh yeah, they're long gone. They come by here from time to time." I'm just like, from time to time, I'm shooting out here 3 or 4 days. What's time to time? Like seasonal? Like, is this like where they be just coming through here? It's like, oh, they're not gonna bother you. And I was like, man, we gotta take fishing pictures tomorrow down by the stream. If it's a fish are here, they're gonna be here. He's like, no, you have nothing to worry about. Plus, you're a big guy. I said, all right. All right.
That's
All
good
right.
run.
Yeah, I think I'm a big guy for real. When y'all see that Suburban tires burning out overnight, y'all gonna know who it is. Because I ain't gonna stay here too much longer. But yeah, the bear is crazy, man. It's just crazy.
That's the truth of that running through the woods photo for Nike. Let me hear that. You were running from a bear.
That probably is. The look on my face was really serious. Like, yeah, I got to get out of here. Like, I got to go.
Oh.
But yeah, I might have nightmares tonight.
Oh, I can't. It's so strange for me to hear that because, like, I grew up in Wyoming, like Jake and I and a couple of our other cousins stumbled into a cougar den with cubs in it when we were like, well, Jake, I don't even know if he's old enough to remember it. He was like 6. Maybe that. And so like I was the oldest one and I'm only 2 years older than Jake. And I'm putting the pieces together going, oh yeah, those aren't cute kitties. We need to go now. But like,
yes.
We just like walked out of it. Like it was such a normal thing for us to be around like bobcats, mountain lions, bears and stuff. You don't think about the reaction other people have to those type of animals. Like,
what you mean you don't think about it? You see a cougar?
you get out of its way. Dude, I had a puma literally 10 feet from my sister while we were camping at Glendo, and he just went up the trail. My dad and I sat there on the log. We watched it. He walked up. He went up to the neighbor's territory, and he was gone. Like, we grew up around these.
I like cougars, but not them type of cougars. Like let me just tell you something. Like, cougars are cool, you know what I'm saying? But the fact I'm like, oh, I just stumbled up on these. I'll be like, nah, bro. Like, I will pass out. I'm gonna pass out. If y'all ever, if something ever bad happens around me, just know I didn't see it because I passed out. Right. Just know I didn't feel anything. I'm in heaven all by myself chilling because they're gonna be like, yep. Like, I mean, even big whales. I have dreams about big whales being underneath my feet. If my foot touches something in the water and I don't know what it is, I'll be like, I'm gone. I'm gone. So, no, what were you saying, Kyle?
Bill, I just want to put a disclaimer down. That's not all white people.
Well, yeah.
I would like to put out that if I meet up like anything like that, I better have like a knife, a piece of metal between me and it. There's got, or like, I don't know, 50 yards. There's got to be like something. There's got to be something there.
I didn't want to say it, but in the back of my head, I was like, yeah, this sounds about white to me, brother. That's right. David is over there like, yeah, we just stumbled on some cougars.
Walked in on a cougar den.
Yeah, like
perfectly fine.
Yeah.
Mama wasn't there, so we were safe.
Don't worry about it, guys. They're not going to do anything. They like the black meat. They sniff us from a long way. But I'm glad this is not all white people.
Look, it's just some of us. It has nothing to do with. Look, Jake and I were raised up in the mountains all the time. We're used to nature. But if you drop either one of us in the middle of Atlanta, Georgia, we're both going to freak out. Because I hate big cities and Jake hates people.
I'm gonna take out to the hood in Atlanta, Shawty.
There doesn't. No, here's the thing. The hood doesn't bother me. The hood does not bother me. You know why? Because there's not 80,000 people on the sidewalk in the hood. There's like people every so often. I have been in the hood of like St. Louis, and we actually talked with Spazzy about it when he came on. Like, I've been in the hood of a lot of cities. Does not bother me.
Yeah, that's true.
Metropolitan downtown like shopping districts in towns like Denver and St. Louis.
Huge, man.
I hate it. It's so congested and I can't see anything, and I I come from a state where I can see 12 miles that way from my front door. Like,
yeah. So yeah, that screams get out to me. If I can see 12 miles down the road and nobody is no building or no house, I'm like, get out and go find somewhere. Like, my wife was like, she's like, I want a house all along on this like all this land together. I was like, nah, it's too many scary movies I've seen. You can stay out there, but I need a subdivision. I need some people that can come out and be like, hey, you saw that thunder strike yesterday? It rained yesterday, didn't it? Yeah, okay, all right. We're on the same page. We're on the same page.
You see that naked man running down the street?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, the person says, no, you're moving.
That's funny.
I've had my share of haunted houses. I don't want anything open in the open yet.
Oh, that's funny. So bring it back to some of the questions about modeling. You've answered most of them that I had for that. Other than, I know there's a lot of, let's face it, a lot of content creators and things like that watch our stuff. And while we try not to get too big into it, without going into, a huge spiel, if you had one piece of advice you could give to anyone trying to break into modeling or like Instagram specifically, what would that be?
Don't fake the system. Don't try to buy your followers. Don't try to buy your views. I've worked with a lot of people, and a lot of people fall off very quickly. They get their little shine in the beginning, and then they start getting booked for events, and only like 2 people show up. And I tell people, you can't entertain a room full of Caspers. Caspers don't pay you money. So, and they're like, oh, my numbers are not messed up. My numbers are messed up. Like, I don't know what's going on. Yeah, dude, because you bought all your attention up front. So you have no real content. You have no real, what do you call it? What's the word?
Engagement,
yeah. I was about to say interaction. You have no real engagement. So, these brands have caught on to it. Like, yeah, you got 1.5 million followers, but why you only have like 20 comments? That doesn't make sense, So I would tell people, stay true to yourself, build your craft, use that beginning process as a library for whatever you're building. So that way, when someone does come to you, you're like, yeah, I got all this. I've been working on all this. I've done this type of shoot. I've done that type of shoot. If you're working on gaming clips, I play this type of game. I play this type of game. Because once they come at you, you got to be ready. You can't be like, oh, let me go take this picture. They're going to be like, nah, I'm going to the next person. So I tell people, it's always beauty in the struggle, meaning create your platform that people know who you are, people respect you, people support you. That way, when you do get that opportunity or something does pop off, you got the engagement there. When I posted a Nike ad, people like, oh, snap, like this is major. Like, this is like, I'm going to share this over here. Like this, I've been following this guy for years. People love to see the ground zero up, so tell people, stay true to yourself. Don't bot anything. Don't scam your way. Try to scam your way into the system. Don't try to buy people out. It doesn't work. Just stay true to yourself. That way, when you do get to a point in the opportunity that you get, or your first opportunity, go from there. And if you don't get that opportunity, make your own platform, make your own, like make people want to follow you. So that's my advice for people wanting to get into the model world.
Okay.
Don't fake it.
Okay.
Awesome. I love it. So do either of you two have questions for him in aspect of the modeling thing before I move on to the next topic?
No, you can go ahead and move on.
Okay. Kyle?
Kyle's got something.
Nope.
Oh God. Oh, here we go.
No. We're not to that section yet. We aren't there yet.
My time to shine. It's not now.
All right. All right. So moving on. I really wanted to mess with you with one of the things that you sent in your list of things, but that's not where we're going. You're welcome. I love you.
Okay.
You mentioned that you enjoy fishing, and I know we've talked a little bit about that.
You're talking about twerking.
I 100% was talking about twerking.
All right, go ahead.
And I will get there, but we're going to talk about fishing first. So are you do you in Georgia, do you go to like lakes to fish? Do you river fish? Do you fly fish?
I'm a bass fisherman.
Okay.
Mostly spinning baits, open reel, I dropped to me and Buff's boat is in Nashville. That's the guy that's always popping into my chats, Buff Fishing.
Yep.
He is a big time professional fisherman, does a lot of tournaments. I do tournaments with him. It's always been my fishing buddy. I've never fished alone. We always do our tournaments together. We always do our fishing together. So we go to Lake Chickamauga, which is one of the top bass tournament, lakes out there. It's huge. It actually goes from Georgia, Alabama, all the way into Tennessee. And I love it, man. It's very peaceful. As you get away from everything, you disconnect from everything. I grew up off of fishing. I was a country boy in South Carolina before I moved to Georgia. My uncle used to always take me to the ponds and to the lakes, and he had the patience to deal with me. I used to always get my line tied up in something. I tell him to this day, man, I've always been appreciative of him. But fishing has always been on my heart. I still send pictures of me and my cousins from home, and I say, yo, I'm out on Lake Chickamauga, and they're like, man, this is big time, because they go to man-made lakes, the stuff that's built around them, or little river reservoirs. So the fact that I'm on a boat out here winning tournaments and doing stuff, like, it's like, yo, that's like a big time thing for them. But they had a piece of it because they taught me how to do everything I do. So that's mostly the fishing I do. I used to go every other weekend. But my tournaments are now on Thursdays, and now I'm getting into more tournaments. I want to do some IRL streams. But the pandemic messed up a lot of that stuff, messed up a lot of tournaments, and so everybody was just kind of kept in the house. I was actually nervous to go fishing because the very first tournament we did, the boats didn't require masks. And when you weigh in and you're around all those people, it's just like, I was like, nah, I can't do it, bro. I can't, I don't want to jeopardize anything, whether I respect it or not. I want to have respect for my parents and the people around me at home. And if I do this tournament, so my very first tournament back, I came in first and I caught the biggest fish. So I felt like it was worth the wait. And then, like I said, we got some more fishing stuff coming up for the stream, man. So I'm looking forward to it.
Nice. I gonna ask a little bit about that. I saw you have you played a little bit of retro fishing on stream.
Oh, I love fishing games. So super Black Bass challenge, Mark Davis Pro Bass challenge. As far as the PS, it's a lot of games that now. But Mark Davis Pro Bass challenge, that was on the first PlayStation. That was probably my favorite fishing game of all time. Because they used to have something like when you came across a big fish, you go big shadow, and then it's this huge fish just come up. It's like arcade mode, but it's just, dude, I would play that religiously. Like, I was in college playing that, and people were like, oh, I don't want to play this, and then I had all my roommates playing it. They're like, well, about this game at, man. I'm like, oh, I thought y'all didn't like fishing. But yeah, like I like when I say I fish and I love fishing, I'm probably gonna play some more fishing games that actually play off stream, like when I'm just chilling. But yeah, I love fishing, man. It's just, I'm a catch and release guy. I don't. Okay. My hometown people, they catch and skin them and clean them, and I send them pictures of my big stripers. They're like, you bring that home and cook it? And I'm like, nah. And it's like, don't send me that damn picture no more. Then that's like, so they're really the country, homesteaders where they go out and fish and they cook and they fillet it, they do all that type of stuff, and it's really good. I'm just a catch and release sports fisherman, though. I don't have time to clean, and I love to preserve the fish in the community and the waters, and I have respect for the waters as that. But they country, like I said, the homegrown fishing ponds where they start and breed their own fish and catfish and all that type of stuff. But so good, so good. I can't wait to go back. But yeah.
Okay. Have you ever done any catfishing specifically? I know you said you're mostly a bass fisherman, but.
Oh yeah. Well, we catch a lot of huge catfish because catfish are bottom feeders. So usually they get caught up on the, when we're jigging a worm on the bottom, they just, they come and get it. I did go noodling one time. You guys know what noodling is?
Yeah, that's actually gonna be my follow-up question.
Yeah. We'll never do it again. I almost lost my life. So
man, it seems awful.
Yeah. So my biggest thing is, like, I'm a big guy. So I'm like, if something happens to me, it takes a even bigger guy to pull me back up. If this catfish takes me down. But it's like, oh no, you can stand up in this hole. It's not that big. You just go down and you'll be able to pull back up. But it had to be the one time I go is the biggest catfish they've had on record. It's just so as I go down and put my fist up this, in this hole, I feel the clamp down, and I'm like, I was like, all right, come up through the fin. And so as I'm like blowing bubbles in this. I'm like, it's not moving. My arm is not moving through the gill, where you hook him up and bring him up. And I said, this guy has me. Like, this guy really has me. So I was like, okay, this may be the way I go out in this muddy water. And I felt them release. Like, I opened up my hands a little bit and he kind of released his grip. I came through, and somehow he got off. And when he got off, I just swam back to the top of the water, and I was like, I'm not getting that catfish. And it was like, is it a big one? I was like, dude, look at the marks on my. It was like you could see like the teeth marks on my forearm. Like I was like the little brittle teeth they got. I was like, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. Like I just
Fair.
can't. So yeah, but little guy in high school went down there and pulled it out and took a picture of his life, and I just was like, fuck you. You know, so,
I don't blame
yeah.
you. You're braver than me. I can't even try it. The minute they put me in murky water and they tell me to stick my hand in that hole where you can't see anything,
Yeah.
no, I've
It's-
seen movies.
It's crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. You know, I would love to see you stumble up on some catfish like you do them cougars. And I want you to have the same mentality when you're going to need that water.
Oh no. Look, I caught my catfish with rod and reel. You know,
Yeah.
no.
They had chicks doing it, man. It's just like it's like the country living. Like they just and they go out there like every weekend. And so you know, I'm like, how many people drown? I was like, oh, we only lose maybe once, one a year. That's because they don't know what they're doing. And I'm like, y'all okay with that? Those are good numbers for y'all. So yeah, because we know what we're doing. I was like, okay.
Yeah.
My dumb.
No, I get it. There's actually a noodling like
Competition.
pair. There's not a competition here. They do competitions elsewhere, but there's
okay,
like
gotcha.
a pair here that's infamous within our community. If you talk to any of the like fishers at the sportsman's warehouse and stuff, and the one gal is like 4'6" or something. She's tiny, and she has pulled
goes
out
down there and get it.
huge catfish. It's insane. And here I am. I'm 6'1", and 380 plus pounds, and I'm like, nah.
Dude, no. I still struggle with getting the hook out the mouth, even when I got to fish a rod. I'm like, oh, hold on, be still. Like give me the pliers. I ain't seen these teeth before. And my guy just goes and ripped it. He's like, all right, I got you. And just take it over there. And I'm like, get the pliers, bro. I don't want to put I'm always afraid that a fish is going to clamp down on my hands. My greatest fear is that a fish will clamp down on my hand and they won't be able to let go. Like, just, it's a wrap. Like, I'm going to be missing a finger or something. So I'm just like, I always go by the gill and pull the hook out.
Yeah, that's where the noodling thing loses me. The second they're like, and then you're gonna let this animal bite you. I'm like, no, I'm not. Well, I think that comes from the Wyoming mentality of like, I'm around cougars and bears and stuff. If they bite me, I'm dead. I'm not letting an animal bite me. No way.
Yeah. They told me it wasn't gonna be a hard bite, but when I felt the clamp down, I was like, my life is over. It's over. And they knew I was in trouble because the bubbles was getting bigger. So usually when the bubbles get bigger, you're releasing more fear and like oxygen. And so somebody came out there and started to pull me back up. And like I said, I just opened up my hands and he kind of released it. And I was just, I won't do it again. Yeah.
Fair. Yeah. No, that is not fishing to me. That's a whole nother level of just crazy.
They have nothing to lose. I just put it like that.
Fair. I was gonna ask you. Oh, have you ever tried fly fishing? I don't know how big it is down there. It's huge. Up here.
It's really not big down here. That's why I've never really got into it. And I feel like I would get tired of just doing that little, like I'm more so like cast it out, reel it in. But with the fly fish, you're like, and then it's like this little thing hits the water, and it's like, oh. And then the little baby reel is like, oh yeah, I need something that cranks. I need a drag. I need the action of the rod bending over. But yeah, all that line, I would mess it up. I know I would mess it up. I'm not coordinated like that.
Fair.
It's like, is that like the main difference as far as like doing the like sports fishing as opposed to like casual fishing? Is it a lot more like reeling in and recasting?
Yeah, that's it. So like with the sports fishermen and tournaments, it's like boom, you reel out. You feel where they are. You set the hook as soon as they clamp down on it, or you feel them on it. You set the hook, and then you just work off a drag. With the fly fishing, it's just like, and they be swinging that thing, and it's just like, and then they be like this little butterfly lure, and it's just like, and then either the trout or whatever comes to get it. Now I enjoy seeing people do it, Will I do it? No. And will I do deep sea fishing? No.
That was my next question because my dad was a deep sea fishing boat captain off the West Coast. So
no. Now, do I want to try one time? Yes, but will I do it? No. Like it's just like because I already cut my line. I pulled up like this huge fish in this river reservoir and I saw how big the shadow was, and I was like. And then my boy looked at me and was like, dude, that was like the catch of a lifetime. You didn't even know what it was. I said, yeah, the shadow was bigger than his boat. So whatever it was, it needs to stay in the water. I don't want to pull anything up. I don't want anything bigger than, because when I saw the mouth on this, like the head of this, when I saw it come underneath that boat, I was like, bro, what is this? So it had to be either be like a gargantuous like gar or catfish. Oh, it was just, I don't know what it was, but I didn't want to find out. And I'm the type of, you can call me whatever you want to call me. I'm still alive today.
Right.
And this Loch Ness monster or whatever this is that was in that water or whatever type of fish that came off this Hey Arnold episode, whatever it is, I don't want to see it. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want to be a part of history right now because like, I just, So he was just like, yo, you should have put it up. I'm like, no. So yeah, deep sea fishing. I'll be seeing now I do love watching Wicked Tuna. I can watch Wicked Tuna all day off the Discovery Channel. I can watch that all day long. I do love watching fishing shows, but actually going out there, if I actually were to see a big tuna come up to the boat or something huge like that, when people are catching these huge fish, I will cut the line. Yeah, I'm not the person to be out there. Now I do want to take a picture of me laying beside a huge fish, but they would have to be dead after that, like 4 or 5 hours. Like,
right.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, chat mentioned Deadliest Catch.
Deadliest Catch is one of my favorite shows. I watched every season. I've rewatched them. It's just amazing. And then the crabs. I love
that's
seafood.
my fun one.
Yeah, so the crabs, but they've been the little baby crabs lately, so I ain't really been into it. Like that first season, they was pulling out crabs and like as big as their head. I'm like, oh man, this is a full pot. This is worth about this amount of money, and then it's just like, all right, yeah. Now they had the little baby crabs. They're like, oh, this is a good pot. I'm like, no, that's not a good pot because this wasn't the first season. You know what I'm saying? This is a terrible pot. So, but yeah, it's just a lot that goes. That goes with fishing, but I respect those guys. Those guys have that job is hard, and I tell people it's very hard to the point where you got to have respect for the guys and the things they do. And they're like, oh, they make a lot of money in 2 months. I'm like, yeah, their body takes a beating, like being out there. So I literally respect those guys and what they do and how they do it.
I mean, there's guys that have died getting caught up in the ropes or getting hit in the head with the cages and. I mean, it's not an easy task.
It's really scary. It's really scary. Like it's to the point where it's like, oh, like my life is on the line every time I'm going out here. Like I really don't want to be here just now doing that. But okay, yeah, we'll make it happen. We'll make it happen. So, but yeah, it gets crazy. It gets crazy.
So I have something that I want to show you. I want to see if you know what this is because there's a couple fishermen around here that don't. Okay. I have something that you can't get anymore. It's old school fishing. Let me try to hold this up, see if it can focus in on it. I might have to adjust the lighting a bit.
What is the left part of that?
Hang on.
Life member?
Yeah, there we go.
Oh yeah, my pops has one of those.
Yeah, the North American Fishing Club.
Yeah. Yeah. My pops. Now, I don't have one. Now my uncle when they used to travel and fish, like that is you won't ever be able to get one of those.
No,
that's like vintage.
It belonged to our grandfather. And so I was just curious if you even had seen it and known what it was because for it being such a big thing, it kind of died off and disappeared. They disappeared pretty quick. Well, relatively speaking.
Trouble for some things,
and I don't know. I really don't. But it's fascinating to me because that was like if you had 3 words to describe my grandfather, fishing had to be 2 of them.
Wow!
Yep.
Wow! That is amazing. And you love to hear stories like that. I will watch a documentary maybe on your grandfather about fishing before I will watch a documentary about anything else.
Right.
Now people like, how do you watch fishing all day? I was like, I don't know, bro. It's like in my genes. I don't know where it came from, but I love to do it, and I can do it repetitively on every. When I retire, I'm gonna fish every day. That's what
right.
I'm gonna just have a boat and I'm gonna fish every single day.
Yeah. No,
That's the game plan.
So I don't fish off of boats because I don't like boats like at all. But I am the same way. When I was unemployed down south, there was a big flood in Lake Wapapello, and the spillway was overpopulated. And so because it was overpopulated, they removed the limit for the summer that I was unemployed. Wow. So you could go down there and catch as much as you could catch.
Haul them in. Oh
yeah. And there were some days where I'd come back with one fish. There were some days where I'd come back with a bucket full. And they had it was so overpopulated. To give you an example, the catfish would come and roll at the top of the river because it was so crowded they couldn't find a place to stay.
Wow.
Yeah. So like I'd pull out 2 or 3 2-pound catfish, a couple pan-sized crappie, and go home for the day.
That's what you call slabs. Them crappies. We call them crappies down south. So they're the size of your hand. That's what you call a slab. Oh, crappies is so good. We used to eat those with grits. Oh. So do you guys know what grits are, by the way?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, all right. I was just making sure because I've said grits sometimes. People are like, what are those? I'm like, all right, yeah, you're not going to understand that.
No, Our grandma and grandpa are from Bethany, Missouri, man. Like we.
Oh, so y'all know the southern dishes.
Oh yeah. We know collard greens. We know grits. You know, all that.
Oh, fish and grits. Oh my goodness.
Now I don't know if they have bluefin or not bluefin because bluefin is tuna, but do they have bluegills down where you are?
Yeah, bluegills. All right, they have bluegills everywhere. Those are really good fish too.
You ever been spined by one?
Oh, when they come up at the top, yes.
I got cut across my hand because my cousins thought it was a great prank when I was a kid to be like, hey, they're trapped in here. Just reach down and grab the fish. And I reached down and grabbed the fish, and it went shit.
And it hurts. It hurts for like a couple of weeks too. It doesn't heal up. It always gets you in a spot of your hand where you move constantly, so it never heals the right way. You just like, you're like, what's the matter? I got smiled by a bluegill.
Yeah.
Good old days. Good old days.
Yeah.
Who said bluegills are gross? You gotta salt and pepper up the right way.
Look,
come down the south.
Anthony doesn't know what he's talking about. It's all good. He's a good dude, but he doesn't
make people real upset and say all fish is gross, which is my stance.
Shut up, Jake. You're wrong.
Jake.
Sushi is perfectly fine. The rest of it's gross.
All of it's good.
All of it. It's all bad. I've had dozens of different preparations. Everyone's like, no, you just haven't had it right. You haven't had my fish. Then they make and they're like, here, try this. I'm like, yeah, this is gross. It's always gross.
I don't like fish. Now, some people, we got people in my family that don't like fish. And I'm like, how do you don't like seafood? Like, how do you don't like fish? And I'm like, I just don't like it. It's just the texture. They just don't like it. It doesn't soothe them. I'm like, okay, but all fish is good to me. I'll just let you know that, Jake. I love fish. I love fish. I love anything that comes from the ocean, for the most part.
See, I'll eat like raw fish with sushi. I'll eat shrimp and crab and lobster.
Oh, I love all that.
The rest of it, I just catch them and cook it for other people, and then I'll go make myself a burger because I just can't eat it. I don't know why.
What?
Yeah, dude. I want to like it. I love to fish. I want to like fish. But I have never tried. I lived in the South for 7 years. You do not tell someone from the South I don't like catfish because they're immediately like, you ain't had my pappy's recipe.
Exactly.
I have tried like 80 recipes of catfish and I don't like any of it.
Oh, catfish is so good with some mustard and a nice white piece of bread. Oh.
I want to like it because I love to fish, but I just end up feeding other people, man.
Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just I love it. I'm glad I like the taste of it because I love the fish too. But I'm not gonna clean. Like I said, I don't do the cleaning. I don't do the cooking. I'm just like, yeah, here it is. So we got it. If we catch it for like food wise. But last time I done that, it's been a long time. Usually when I go back home, they've already caught the fish and they've already been on the grill or they're filleting it or however the case is. But so good. You got me getting hungry again, man.
See, I get it though, because like that's the way I am with like game meat from hunters. Like I haven't had a chance to hunt all that much, but
Yeah.
man, anyone around here is like, I got some elk meat. I'm like, cool. What do you need? Like, you need your car washed. You need your house clean. Like, what do you
Elk
need
is
for me to
good.
get some?
Yeah, elk is so good.
Elk is really good. That is one that I'll my neighbor does big time hunting, and he always travels. And he's bringing back all these meats. I'm like the first time I had elk, I was like, dude. He's like, yeah, it's good in it. He was like, I was like, you got any more? He's like, nah. Like, I only had a little serving of it. I was like, where is it at? Let's go find it. You know, what I need to drive you to take. He was like, dude, I like traveled long and wide to find this elk. Like, but he made it, and it was just like, I was like, dude, I can't believe this is that good. But the squirrel is really good. Elk is good.
Have you ever had bison?
Bison is so good. Oh, that's a what we call bougie meat down here. If you can get a good bison meat, like, you know, they got it down here, but like if you get somebody that can really make it the right way, like it's supposed to be made, like if they do it in them uppity bougie restaurants, they're like, hey, we got a bison burger.
I lived in South Dakota, so for me, bison was like just everywhere.
Right.
Oh, you lucky. You're lucky.
It was so easy to get, and especially like having Indian tacos, because we live like pretty close to the reservation. With bison, it's the best thing some of the best food I ever had. So
probably
good.
Fresh. It probably was really fresh.
Oh yeah, yeah. And it's like the only place that still has like wild bison, but like they've repopulated. So
yep. They used to have a little food truck here, and it didn't last very long. And they would come into town once a week, and they would do Indian tacos with the bison burger.
Nice.
And they would have fry bread, but they would do that. You could get traditional fry bread, or you could get my buddy joked and called it white boys fry bread. But basically it was done up like funnel cake, but it was fry bread. So it had like the,
No, that's what they call it down here. That's what they call it down here. That's like, the crust of a funnel cake on the outside of it. And it's like, I know exactly what you're talking about. They do it at the fairs down here in the country.
But oh my God, I'm a sucker for pretty much anything homemade and like that people really put effort into when it comes to food. And two, like, for being as white as I am, like, I like pretty much any food that comes from other cultures, because y'all know how to eat better than we do. Boiled potatoes are fine, but you know.
You like moonshine? Do y'all like moonshine?
Oh yeah.
Oh man. Oh, that's my first time ever like really drinking was apple pie moonshine down in Ohio that we got from homemade from our redneck relatives in Kentucky.
Right.
And boy, it was so good. But man,
they got a peach cobbler moonshine down here. Oh yeah, no, it would mess you up. Like,
oh yeah,
it would mess you up. They got all different type of flavors now, even though it's illegal. But they got all different type of flavors, and they got this peach one that my uncle's friends make in South Carolina. Oh my goodness, I don't drink, but like I had this, I was like, dude, this tastes like, yeah, and it's like 98% proof. I was like, dude, what? It was like, yeah, you don't want to drink that like it's regular like alcohol. And it was like, I was like, no, I got it. Hour later, I was like, oh my God.
First time I ever had moonshine was when I was living down south in Missouri, and I got handed a red Solo cup, and we were all sitting around the fire. And like the people I was with, you wouldn't anticipate, like they weren't drinkers, they were the big Christian family and everything, and like they got mad at me half the time for the way that I talked. But then he hands me this red Solo cup that he had filled up, and it tasted like apple cider, and it was delicious. And I got like halfway through, and then that burn started to hit.
Right there.
Oh my God. And I went, oh, this is alcohol.
That's when you know it's real deal. Like it's a late effect. Anybody be like, oh, I drank it and it burned right off the back. I'm like, nope, that's not real moonshine. Like moonshine goes down smooth. You're like, oh, this is really good. And like 2 minutes later, you're like my chest feel like it's opening up, like burn, like you're like, oh, they're like, the more it burns, the better it is, brother. The more proof it is, yeah.
Yeah, and basically the same experience as David, except they put down a gallon jug on the table, and we're like, we're drinking this, and they drink like a cup of it, and we're like, we're gonna watch you now drink the rest of this, and I did, and it was a big mistake.
Oh, huge mistake.
But it was so good.
Yeah, it's amazing. They drink out the huge mason jars down here, so they bring it out. And they actually latch on to like thing now that you can plug into it. You can cut a hole out into it, and you can actually plug into a mason jar where it just comes out the bottom. Oh my goodness. Oh, it's terrible for you.
Oh yeah, it's awful for you, but it does when it's done right. It tastes delicious.
Yeah, it's the delicacy. You can't drink it every night. I tell people you want cirrhosis of the liver, just drink that for 30 days straight. You'll have it. You want to take it?
I do. I don't drink a whole lot either, but I do once a year. We try to recreate it or get something as close to it as we can. I know it's not the same, but every fall, yeah, it's what it is. So, I didn't have any other questions related to fishing. If you two did.
What's your favorite fishing game since you mentioned you like those? Because I'm a person that does not like real life fishing, but I love fishing games, which used to infuriate my dad growing up.
And me
always
now.
trying to get me to go fishing. I'm like, no, I'll play this fishing video game instead.
Exactly. So my favorite fishing games right now, it's the retro game that I can play is Super Black Bass Challenge, but Fishing Sim World, Bass Pro Shops. They have it on Steam. That's what I play, and I'll play it. They have like online live tournaments where you can go, like you fish the lakes all week, and then you can actually go into these tournaments that you actually play against people live, and you try to catch the biggest fish off the biggest lure. And it's one of the most realistic games. I like more realistic. I don't like pulling out huge stuff just to be like, oh, like this is a video game, catch a big fish. Like,
gotcha.
Like they got spots and you can't go back to spots. You be like, oh, I can go to the same spot and catch fish every time here. No, that's not how this game works. You got to read the currents, read the weather. So that's why I like it a lot. I'm always getting my ass handed to me in it. But I think I'm good at it. I'm better now that I can do a lot more live tournaments. But other than Fishing Sim World, Mark Davis Pro Bass Challenge, I still have that and I still play that. But it's just those are probably my top games. I went then rafting when we played raft. You could catch fish. Like, dude, I caught fish with Spazzy the whole time. I did nothing. I didn't build anything on the raft. And he couldn't believe it. He was just like, yeah. I said, bro, I'm just going to have fish and I'll cook on the grill. Just build me a grill and I'll fish all the time while y'all do everything in the game. And that's all Idril, you can ask anybody. That's all I did. I got on and all I did was throw a rod out there. And I was like, oh, this is a bluefish. Oh, this is a bigger fish. Oh, this is the big fish. And all I made was fish soup and fish off the grill off a raft. So yeah, man, that is those are my top fishing games.
Got it. A game has a fishing mini game. There's like a 50% chance it's just going to take over that game for me. It's like, I don't care that this is, an RPG with this extravagant story. That no longer matters. Fishing is now my life in this game. That's all I'm doing.
That's it. I don't care about none of that stuff, dude. I just like.
Have you ever heard of Final Fantasy?
Yes.
So Final Fantasy 15 is exactly what Jake's talking about. It's this big, epic, like the first open world Final Fantasy game. And it's got this really in-depth story. Jake didn't finish the story because he doubled his playtime doing nothing but driving around to places and fishing in this game. But I can't get him to drive 30 minutes to the real lake and fish with me.
No, that's my guy.
Absolutely not.
I'll play fishing. I like that though. Hey, that's cool though, Jake. I respect that.
Oh, so I have one other question about fishing that I forgot to ask. Have you ever bow fished?
No, my friend has.
I want to so bad.
I wanted to go night fishing with him, bow fishing, but I don't like fishing at night because you never know what's in the water. And if those lights go out on the bottom of the boat, I am probably going to pass out, bro. I'm just like he went out there. He's like, yeah, man, the lights went off underneath the boat last time. So we had to kind of just idle our way in. I was like, dude, you was in the pitch dark? He was like, yeah, we had our cell phone lights. I was like, where he was in the pitch dark on the middle of the lake. Like something could have happened. He was like, no, it's perfectly fine. He was like, actually, we still did some fishing. I was like, yeah, that's not meant for me. That's not meant for me. Sorry.
I got
That's
plans.
Yeah,
That's fair.
Dying's not one of them.
Right, exactly. And I just feel like since I'm always the biggest person in the situation, I'm going to be the first target because if anybody, any animal or anybody sees me and they want to take us out, they're going to be like, yo, we got to take that big mofo out right there first because he's probably has the most potential to do damage. and in all honesty, I'm not going to do anything at all. Like, y'all want me to help y'all out? Just keep me alive. You know what I'm saying? So I tell people, I'm not the one to take in the battle with you. I'm not the one that go to court with you because I'm be like, nah, he did it. Yep, he did it. Sorry, he did it. Yeah, because if I gotta go if I gotta go to jail for this dude, nah, it ain't gonna happen. I love you. I'll put some on your books. But yeah, he did it. So I tell people, right? Yeah. I can hold secrets, but when it comes to the law and stuff, I tell people, yeah, brother. I know you 10 years. Yeah, you did it though, because you know you did it. Because if I say you didn't do it, we both going to jail, and I know you don't want that to happen to me. Because I know you love me more than whatever the case is. So I like my butthole. I want you to like yours too. So look, let's just go in here. You take the time and put some on your books. Take care of your kids. We can all be living happy.
Oh my god, I love it.
I'm a little ratchet, y'all.
No, it's funny, especially given what I do for a living. It cracks me up. So all right. Last question I have before we move to our other segments.
Okay.
You put a certain thing on your list of interests.
Twerking.
Yeah. So look. All right. Are you interested in twerking, or are you interested in watching twerking?
No. I just put that because I'm always twerking on my kitchen counter when my wife leaves home. She tells me not to get on the counter, so I always hop up on the bar and I always record a TikTok. Working on the camera. I can't show that on Twitch because I won't get it banned. But yeah,
right.
Perusing through my TikTok, she might see me on some counters twerking. Yeah, they like no real twerk. It's like a little booty pop. It's like the little, like the little what's that little blue girl cartoon twerk?
Yeah, he's talking about Bob's Burgers, Tina Belcher.
Yeah. Okay,
yeah. So
okay, I know what. Okay. I was thinking that might be what you were talking about.
Yeah,
but when you put twerking, because I have recently found out that there are such thing as twerking competitions.
Yeah, twerker cons.
And if you had been in one of those,
I
wanted to know. I wanted to know.
No, well, see, you gotta think about it. I'm from Atlanta, so this is like the home of the strippers. So like I've been seeing twerking all my life. So like twerking, I'm kind of numb to. So when people like, I know how to twerk, I'm like, yeah. Like they were doing that in middle school on the water fountains because they wanted them to be grown men. So you know what I'm saying? Like I'm like,
right.
I've seen twerking all my life. So, but it's just like, nah, they do have like the twerk competitions and stuff like that. Honestly, there's so many fake booties out there right now. Like it's not entertaining no more. I want to see natural talent. And I probably should be saying this on stream, but I want to see natural quality peaches. You know what I'm saying? And I just want to see them working. Like this is what you were born with. This is yours. Now you just see ridiculous type stuff where people waist are this small and they look like they got 2 tires around a freaking butt. So it's crazy. It gets a little crazy.
Okay. I had to ask because the minute I saw it on the list, I went, if this man has been to a twerking competition, I will hunt down the video and give it to Spazzy for whatever he'll do with it.
Right. Right. I'm gonna tell you this. Even if I was, I would never tell you.
That's fair. That's smart. Yeah, that's a smart.
Safe.
You wouldn't want to bring up like if there was video of you in like an ice skating contest or something like that. People would search for that for sure.
Right. Yeah. I'm gonna make you search for the time I popped out some birthday cakes. But so if you find it, you find it. If not, don't mind the elephant thong.
Shut up,
looking, David. They're still looking.
I just wanted to let you know we hadn't forgot, David.
This is a week by week podcast, Jake. Last week doesn't count anymore. 2 weeks ago doesn't count anymore.
Sure it does though. No, I'm pretty sure it does.
It does.
Right.
I don't forget.
Yeah, I know it's the one trait he has. Anyways, All right.
I do have another question for you before we move on to our other segments. As something that I know we have a shared passion for is coffee. So I wanted to ask, what's your favorite coffee shop?
I don't have a favorite coffee shop.
What?
So I hate Starbucks. I do not like Starbucks at all. I think
it's a good place to start it. It's garbage.
Yeah, I think it's overrated. I've tried it a couple of times. I still have not. Like, people are like, oh, you should try this. And I'm like, this tastes like trash. Dunkin' Donuts, I do like the vanilla hot coffee they do sell there. But I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of Cafe Bustelo. And it's not because I'm sponsored by it that I'm saying this. It's because that's all I used to drink, and that's all I used to post about. And so that's how I got my sponsorship with them. But I was introduced.
That's why I didn't ask what your favorite coffee was. I actually already knew that.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, I've heard you talk about on stream a couple times.
So it started with my wife. My wife is Puerto Rican. Her grandmother made us some, and I was like, when I want a big coffee drinker, and then I had this. I was like, what is this? He was like, it's Cafe Bustelo, and I was like, so I literally just started dancing to it in the kitchen while I was doing stuff, and then from there, they reached out to me. It was like, hey, you want to work with us? And I was like, sure. So they just always sending me stuff, and pretty nice to be sponsored by a coffee company.
I bet.
Yeah.
We could use it because holy God, we spend so much money on. I can't even drink it anymore, and the amount I spend every month on coffee because Jake and my wife live in this house is insane.
I know coffee prices are higher than weed prices right now. It's crazy. I don't think I was gonna say that on the stream, but I'm sorry.
Well, I started to shake my head in agreement with you, and then I went, I don't know what those prices are, actually. I know where I could probably go to get some, but I don't know what the price would be. Anyways, moving on from that. So, hey, good Lord. That's a huge raid. Yeah, I'm going to have to edit this out of the podcast. Cool. Thanks, Beezy.
Wow.
I'm just
Raiders. I appreciate it. Unlike David.
Yeah. Come on in, please.
Oh, they're just in time. That is an amazing raid. Thank you so very much, guys. We're in the middle of our podcast called Something Else. We're talking with Built Up Real Nice. I'm not gonna edit it out, BZ. I was just joking.
No, we never edit.
We're all natural.
I don't edit like half of the stuff out here. We flub, and I put it on YouTube for everyone. I love it. You should see the TikTok clip I clipped of Anime Daddy. He might hate me now. Anyways, moving on. He asked a question in a really sus way. Check out our TikTok. Anyways, oh yeah, you didn't know I was gonna make TikTok clips out of this. Just FYI.
Lord.
Don't worry, I'm an honest man, so I tag you in all of them.
Just leave the Vegas, leave the Vegas out of it, please. Just leave the Vegas. I want to be married tomorrow. Okay. I don't want to go first. No first 48. You know.
I won't tag her in it. I'll just tag you in it.
Dude, she's Puerto Rican. You don't need to tag her. She
That's fair.
You'll be like, why this caption isn't working? Because she'll be typing it in with you, like, oh, okay, let me backspace this. She finds ways.
That's fair.
She definitely finds ways.
So anyways, I'm going to play the drop real quick, and we're going to go into our game that Jake has created called Shenanigans.
Our shenanigans are cheeky and fun.
Shenanigans! Shenanigans! Shenanigans!
I swear to God, I'll pistol whip the next guy that says shenanigans.
Go ahead, Jake.
Okay, so today we're going to be doing something I've called role model models. It's very simple, very straightforward. So it's sort of two parts for each category. Okay. Basically, I'm going to go through different categories. You're going to tell me who your biggest role model in that category is.
Okay.
And then I want you to envision your dream modeling shoot with that person.
Oh, okay, gotcha. Okay, cool. I like this. Okay, gotcha. I'm ready.
So we'll start off with the most obvious one. Who is your biggest modeling role model?
My biggest modeling role model is probably I don't know. He's like a model and actor to me. It's probably Dwayne Johnson. So it's probably The Rock, because I've seen him on a lot of modeling stuff, but as far as the big and tall world, Dwayne Johnson is probably my biggest model, guy that I look up to.
Okay, I can see that.
And my dream shoot with Dwayne Johnson would probably have to be like a movie and a shoot. I would love to have like a big time movie with him. And then I would love to have like a shoot with him for the movie. So like, you know, me and him back to back and or me and him doing something or me and him doing something crazy. It's kind of like a double whammo with him. He's just and I met him a couple of times. He's a pretty cool guy, but yeah. I'm actually another fun fact. I'm actually casting to be a double for Dwayne Johnson. Nobody knows that. So if that happens, I probably will be back on this podcast with more stories.
Yeah.
We love all them stories.
Awesome.
Right?
So that is a fun fact that I'm working on right now. I actually got a phone call last week. So we'll
Nice.
see.
Okay.
Nice.
So yeah. And I may bring him on the show too.
Yeah.
Look, I'm talking like I got pulled like that. Yeah, we got
That's right.
coming in tonight.
yeah. Just go ahead and bring him on. I think we can make room for him.
Yeah, we'll just squeeze Kyle out here.
What are you talking about? Just shrink down, David. We got to make room for the big man.
Exactly. They're gonna be like, I'll be like, yeah, right. They say you only got 2 minutes, so you got to come in and say what you got to say and get off because they got other stuff they got to do. I'll be like, but yeah, those are my two for the modeling world. I guess that's modeling / actor, but that's those are the two for both of those.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay.
And what about your biggest streaming role model?
I don't have a streaming role model yet because I haven't been in the world long enough, and the big time people that people talk about, like I'm not gonna say any names, but
You can. We do it all the time.
Okay, so like I think the guys like the Tim the Tap Mans, all the big Nick Merckx, and all the other big time streamers that I haven't come across, just like because these people are dope. I just don't see how. It's just this is like when I think of somebody that's a legend, it's somebody that's like I think it's somebody that has an impact on people, not because they have good gameplay or because somebody has recommended them. I like to hear stories like, man, this guy changed my life around. Or I would rather model somebody on a middle tier level that's changed 100 people's lives around from doing something they wasn't doing to being happy about themselves than just to have somebody like, oh, they got 30,000 people watching them play this Warzone game. You know what I'm saying? Or doing this. Not to take anything from them. I think that's an excellent hustle for them. I respect their hustle. I respect what they do. I know Tim the Tapman is also a Christian. I respect what he does outside of people. He talks to everybody. Nothing against that, but I just think I don't have a model to the point to I'm like, man, I want to be like this guy, or I want to, I love the way this guy works. Now, I love the people in my community and things we do, and I love the people that I stream with. I show a lot of love to a lot of people, but as far as somebody that I'm like, I want to be like this person, I don't have one yet because it's been 7 months I've been streaming, 6 to 7 months I've been streaming. So I think next time you ask that, I may have one like, I really like this guy. I would love to, stream with this guy, do something with this guy. But all the people that that I've wanted to do something with thus far, like Death Ray, I'm doing something with him now. I did music with him. Beezy is probably gonna be one of the guys that I do something with. It's like all the people that I see that work just as hard as me. That's like a foot on the gas. Like, what can I do for you? Like, not because you're doing something for me. It's because I've seen this type of stuff you do for people in the community. I've seen, the things you do. I just out the kindness of your heart, not for something into return, but just because you wanted to do it because that's what you like to do. So yeah, man, I don't have one for you. I'm sorry.
Oh no, that's perfectly fine.
It's a good answer.
Yeah. And who is your biggest role model for fitness?
Oh, that would be The Rock again. He covers all categories.
That guy came a long way.
He's gonna pick The Rock. I really hope he just picked The Rock for every category now. Honestly,
so that would be Dwayne Johnson again, man. I know he's done like some hormone growth stuff, but like his work ethic in the gym. I mean, he does work his ass off. I'm actually going to do this competition. Yeah, exactly. I'm actually going to do this competition diet. Him and Jim Stepanani. He's another professional trainer. certified trainer. I met him on bodybuilding.com. He has some great program as well, but it's not all about like, oh, here are my supplements, take them. It's like, oh no, this is how the body works. I'm a certified nutritionist and trainer myself, so I love to relate to people that are like, oh, this is not about buying his stuff to, make him famous. This is about actually seeing his plan, seeing how he works from year to year, how he switches things up, how he's growing, and the type of knowledge he has on the surface of things. So yeah, but it would be The Rock again. And if I could do a workout with him, what type of workout would I do? I would probably want to do leg day with him.
Cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Rough.
Yeah, I'm going in flaming. Yeah, I'm going in just all the way out there. Like, just I want my legs to be burning for like 3 weeks, but I want people to be like, oh, why can't I touch your legs? Yeah, I worked out with Dwayne Johnson a couple of days ago. Yeah.
I can't feel them.
Exactly. I just want to say it like nonchalantly too. Like I told my wife, I was like, yeah, they called me to maybe double for Dwayne Johnson as she was going to sleep, and she was like, that's the one thing. She was like, what? I was like, gotcha, bitch. I finally got you. Got your attention. I got you. All my other stuff, she's just like, oh, okay, that's nice. And I'm like, babe, I got 1 million views on this. Oh, that's nice. That's nice. I was like, did you hear it? She's like, no, I don't really, But as soon as I said I may be doubling for The Rock, she was like, what? She woke up out to sleep, pushed the dogs away, and was like, is that so? Is that so? So I had my Dave Chappelle voice ready, like, gotcha, bitch.
Man's got pull.
Okay. So yeah,
I just want to do the cheat meal with him. I don't want to do any of the workout, just the cheat meal with him. That's what I want to do.
Yes. Have you seen the remake of a guy doing his cheat meals? He's like a comedian, and he was like talking. He was like, "Yeah, I just appreciate all the gratitude." I Rock always say the word gratitude. He's like, "Oh, I just do some gratitude," and he was pouring like all of. He had like baby powder that he was pouring on pancakes. He was like with syrup, and it's like, "Yeah, you just gotta eat this." I'm the only thing that get you a good cheat meal and don't make sure you don't die. I was like, "Yeah," because his cheat meals are just unreal.
Yeah,
I'm aware.
Yeah, he is unreal. He is unreal, but. Like I said, I like The Rock. I've been featured on his page, which was pretty cool. So he's a pretty dope guy.
Nice.
Dope guy. Oh, yeah, I didn't know that?
No.
Oh, yeah, I did a Terramana song for him, and I was featured on his page. Got like over 3 million views.
Nice.
So my way in with Dwayne, his wife's best friend, I was her personal trainer. So
okay.
I used to always, she's like, oh, you want to come hang out with us? And I'm like, who are you going to hang out with? She's like, I'm going to be with Dwayne. I was like, I never knew she was talking about The Rock until like after like she moved. And I was like, and then like I saw her in a picture and I was like at a Beyonce Jay-Z concert. She's like, oh my God, I see you from the suite. And I was like, what? So she's like, yeah. I was like, yeah, we got a suite up there too. And she's like, I think I'm next door to you guys. And I was like, oh, and then I like peeked in there and it's like, goddamn Dwayne Johnson with like his V-neck on with veins popping out his goddamn arms. And he's like, oh, yeah. I'm loving this, man. And you could just tell he was just there for his wife because he really didn't know what was going on. I was just like, all right, God, I gotta go hop on the plane. So I was like,
right.
I want to be one of those groupie guys that like just get the phone out like, yo, what up, Dwayne? But I just figured that he would just grab me by the neck and just toss me against the wall and just like get out of my suite. I'm like, yeah. Hi, Dwayne. How's it going? Yeah.
Well, if he ever sees this, no.
I know. This is the podcast that go viral after I become famous. Like, oh yeah, this is the guy that did them. They did him first. They got the tip in first with him. And, they'll find out all the information on Rob, aka James. Yeah, this is him.
Yeah. Got him.
I know.
I love it. Also, I really want to have you record that as a sound for me. Anyways.
No problem. I got you.
Yes, Rose, send this YouTube video when it comes out to Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Just email it directly to him.
With no context.
Nope. Yeah, none at all.
Nothing.
No subject. No subject. Just blind copy. Just BCC me on it, please. Don't let them know I'm on the email. Just BBC him. Yeah. Just not the black. No.
Yeah.
BBC.
BCC.
BCC. Oh yeah.
Yeah. Not BBC.
Okay, Oh yeah, it's after hours. My bad. Still have dreams.
Sus. All right.
Sus. One of my greatest fears used to be when Skype came out. Like this, like I used to talk to the girl long distance on Skype. I used to be like, what if you see like a BBC behind her, just walk past her, like while she's Skyping you and you can't get to her, and it's just like your life is over. Like you just go over there. Sorry, it's gonna get real ratchet. I'm sorry, it's after 11 o'clock. My bad. So next question, Jake. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like I might know the answer to this. What athlete would you consider?
Dwayne Johnson.
Yeah.
The Rock.
You said The Rock for the second one, I looked at my list and went, boy, I feel like I'm going to know the answer to all of these now. There sure is a common thread.
Yeah. The Rock, yeah. So, sorry. This whole section is probably going to be The Rock. You know, it's just like, but
I side with that. I love The Rock.
Okay.
Same.
Cool. I'm just gonna be like the fluffy Rock, so you know it's cool. It's good to go. So, but
Fluffy Rock, I like it.
But my favorite athletes though are probably LeBron James, Kobe Bryant before he passed away, Michael Jordan. I'm a big football and basketball fan. So as far as football, Peyton Manning was one of my top QBs that I loved a lot. John Elway was.
Are you a Broncos fan?
I am not, but my best friends are. I am a Chicago Bears fan. Please.
I love the Bears too.
Oh, well, let's go, Jake.
Broncos, Bears, and Giants. Those are my teams. I follow all three. I love them all.
Okay, so the Giants, you know, Leonard Williams that plays for the Giants. That's my good friend of mine. So we play basketball together when he comes to Atlanta. But yeah, if you ever want to go to games, let me know, man.
Absolutely.
you just gotta play, but you just gotta go fishing with me if you come with me, because Leonard loves a lot of fishing.
Ooh, nice.
Got him.
Okay.
I feel like Jake would go fishing to see a Bears game.
Yeah. I'd go fishing for that. Absolutely.
That's funny. Oh my god.
Can be bought. Jake can be bought.
Look,
Of course I can be bought. I can be bought very cheaply, Kyle.
Kyle, he lets us slap him on stream for 5 gifted subs. He can be bought.
It's like the real life.
This isn't news.
I can't wait until we actually make this our career, because no matter how successful we are in anything we do, I'm always going to describe when people ask us what our career is. I'm going to say that I slapped my cousin on the internet for money. It's just going to be how I describe it, no matter what.
Fair.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
It's that easy.
Yeah.
That's not the shit out of people for cash.
Just join in anytime. Just however much money you want to throw it. We got the powder for it and everything. We go right at it.
Right. 10 gifted subs, we get a pie. Like,
Wait,
I was thinking about it, baby powder.
I was like, yeah, the powder. That's what I'm thinking. Like, give me the powder, man. Give me the powder. Come here, Jake. So yeah,
I'm fine with this.
Just give it to that football game and put me in the suite with The Rock, please. Like, all right. Gotcha. We can make it work out.
I love it.
So any more questions, Jake?
Well, if you could do a photo shoot with we'll go with Peyton Manning then. If you were going to do a photo shoot with Peyton Manning, what would you want it to be?
I would want it to be. I want it to be a photo shoot. I would want to do a commercial, and I would want it to be one of the funny commercials that he does, because I think his sense of humor is really hilarious, especially when he does commercials with his brother. I think it's so funny. But I would probably want to do a shoot. I want to be like what does he do? He does the insurance commercials or something like that. I want to do like a funny shoot like that or a commercial, because I would want to laugh with him. If I had to be serious with Peyton Manning, I'd be like, no, this is not worth it. Like, I want to do something like a humorous side of him where we could just vibe out. He actually has a huge boat on Lake Chickamauga, and then he has a private house up there too as well, where I go fishing. His boat is so futuristic that when I saw it for the first time, I said, dude, what alien has come down to Earth?
Does that thing fly?
Like, it's like all the regular boats that are really expensive, and then you see this huge, large, silver, bulletproof, looks like Silver Surfer to the, like, all these antennas on it and everything. I'm like, so I looked above. I was like, yo, whose boat is that? He's like, oh, it's Peyton Manning's. He's never on it. He probably drives like once a month. And so I was like, dude, that looks like a huge ass, like, Bill. He was like, yeah, that boat is worth 1.8 million. I was like, how much is our boat worth? He was like 10,000. If that, I'm like, oh, must be what life is like. And you only drive it once a month, if that. So, but nah, he's a pretty cool guy though. I like Peyton Manning. So yeah, that would be my answer, Jake.
Okay.
Okay, well, that just leaves one last category, and that is just your overall, all-time, just general role model.
We got this.
It's easy. It's probably my father.
Okay.
That is my overall role model. As far as standard setting, guidance, wisdom, everything, I don't put nobody above my father.
Okay.
So I know I got you off guard with it, didn't I?
Got
him. He's a very hard worker, and the musical side is where I get from him. He got a theater degree, so the stage and all the lights, and he had me behind the scenes. He taught me a lot of stuff there. He did some work with Tyler Perry. He's retired now, but it's just, how he keeps his home and family together and all that type of stuff, man. That is probably my biggest role model out of anybody in this world, and also my mom. But my father is literally the anchor of, I can tell this guy anything. Like, I told him about my Vegas trip. He was like, you shake a bowl? And I was like, oh God, I don't even think about that. What I'm saying? So and he's he used medicinal, they prescribe him marijuana and stuff now, he used it for his pains and whatnot that he may have, but he tastes like one hit. And I was like, yo, the day I smoked a joint with my father, I was like, man, this is amazing. My bucket list is complete. And he's like, and he whispered to me, he's like, don't tell your mother I got this. I was like, all right. Oh my God. It was like 2:00 in the morning after like a playoffs game. He was like, yeah, it's come outside on my patio. I want to talk to you about some stuff. How you and wife doing? It's like, all right. And he pulled out his little, old school joints, a little white joint, look like look like one of the old school white cigarettes. He used to be at the corner store, but it's just little babies. He's like, hit it one time. He's like, yeah. You smoke? I was like, nah, I don't. He's like, hit it one time. I was like, I kind of do, all right.
That's a peer pressure from your father.
Exactly. He was just like, yeah, don't tell your mother about this, all right? I'm gonna go in the house and I'm gonna get finished watching these highlights. I'm gonna go to sleep and just want you to get home safely. I was like, all right, but yeah. So my dad is my biggest role model. Doesn't judge me at all on anything. Points me in the right direction. I would do a photo shoot with him, movie with him, whatever the case is. That is my biggest role model, my pops.
Okay.
Nice.
Great
awesome.
answer.
I love to hear that.
Gotcha, bitch.
Gotcha. Zetcher the Rock.
Oh.
It's actually Dave Chappelle. Let me tell you no, man. We need that drop. Man.
We do. I need that drop. Like, that's so great. Okay. Wow. That's the last one, Jake.
Yep. Yeah, that's it for shenanigans.
That brings us to our last segment. I have to disclose, for legal reasons, the opinions expressed in Kyle's Chaos Corner do not reflect the views, opinions, and beliefs of Let's Play Death Ray as a whole. We do not edit or control what he is going to do. And I'm going to apologize to you, my friend, ahead of time. I'm sorry. With that, Kyle, take it away.
All right, Bill.
Hey, Kyle, you've been sitting so patiently over there.
I know, right?
As you turn your chair, his chair started to turn from left to right. Like, yeah, I got you, bitch. I got you, something but you. All right.
So I'm gonna have you guess the names of some water dwelling creatures because I heard you're a big fish fan. I heard you were a big fish fan. I'm like, you know what? I want to have him try to guess. I got 5 facts for 9 creatures. I want you to guess what they are. I love the last one because I don't think you'll get it at all.
Wow. Okay. All right. Let's do this.
The first one. If you can get it before I list off all 5, go ahead. I'm not going to stop you. First one has 2 stomachs, lives up to 50 years, never chews its food, is friendly to humans, and sleeps with only half their brain.
This is not a fish, right?
Nope. This is not anything that dwells in water.
Okay, anything that say it again. All right. Because I was thinking about all fish.
Just also this disclaimer, it can live in the ocean.
Okay. All right. So hit me with it.
Has 2 stomachs, lives up to 50 years.
Okay, 50
Never
years.
chews their food.
Never choose it.
Friendly to humans.
Oh, Finding Dory is a whale.
Nope.
What?
Sleeps with only half their brain.
Dude, I grew up on National Geographic and I can't answer this.
Right.
David, I doubt you're going to get these things on National Geographic. I typed in weird facts and then the animal.
Okay.
I grew up afraid of the ocean. I know everything in it that can kill you.
This thing doesn't kill you. It's friendly with humans.
Yeah, it said it's friendly to humans.
Oh, I missed that one.
Doesn't chew.
Damn it.
Because the only thing that I can see that doesn't chew is a whale. But what else doesn't chew? Is it a frog? I don't know.
All right.
What is it?
It's a dolphin.
A dolphin? Don't they chew the little fish? Oh no,
nope,
they pop. I thought about a dolphin, and then I was like, but they clapping when they clamp down, they do not chew, and they only use half their brain. That is right, because they say they can be a lot smarter than what they are.
Well, no, they sleep with only half their brain.
Sleep.
That's what I thought was pretty awesome.
I will say, friendly to humans, bit of a stretch.
Robot.
Yeah. Sometimes dolphins have been known to save people that are drowned. They've also been known to drown people. So I mean,
in comparison to a lot of whales.
Is it specifically a bottlenose dolphin though?
No, it's dolphins in general.
Oh, okay.
I can see that
because there are some.
I can see that.
Yeah.
Okay, next one I think he will get.
Okay.
So it eats their own. The biggest it grows is in Florida. It sees color, but primarily likes red. Lives up to 10 to 16 years. And about 3 million people fish in the U.S. for it.
Is it a peacock bass?
Nope, but you're close.
Is it a type of bass?
Yep.
Florida type of bass. You got the peacock bass. You got striper. You got. Oh, I know this fish. I know it. When you said red, I just gave it away. What is the name of this? I know this. Dude, I'm looking at the fish, bro. I'm looking dead at this fish. What's the name of the bass? Dude, I cannot think of the name of this bass.
I'm gonna cool.
It's not a sea bass. Dude, I promise you, I'm gonna freaking.
Really, Shay?
You're an asshole, Kyle.
It's a bass, though, right?
Yes, it is a bass.
Mm-hmm.
I know it. I'm looking dead at this fish. I cannot think of the name of the bass though. Crap.
I like that you're specifically asking for the specific kind of bass. You're like, no, just saying bass isn't good enough
Right?
for me.
Yeah. Like,
Well, no, because the facts are specific to this type of bass.
Well,
He's
you
right.
You got your large mouth, small mouth, but you got your peacock bass.
You just said it.
A largemouth bass.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's being a real tool.
Yeah, of course. But that's a peacock bass. A peacock bass is a largemouth bass.
No.
Yeah.
I
Okay.
just know what it's all
Wow.
about.
Oh,
So,
largemouth bass.
I think you just failed your own test, Kyle.
Probably.
I had to figure it out by Googling his
What's up,
hints.
the name for these things?
Oh wow, you got me. Largemouth bass. Okay, yeah. So that's a largemouth bass. Yeah, got you. So yeah, they do
Okay.
eat their young. They got the red. They love to see red. Yeah. There you
Yep.
Yeah.
He's a monster.
go. Ah, you monster cow.
All right. The next one is a $7.2 billion industry. Is an omnivore. Warm-blooded. Largest caught weight is 1,496 pounds, and they are endangered.
1,400.
Yeah, it's a big fish.
Killer whales are endangered. But that's not is it a whale shark?
No.
I don't know what it
No.
is, bro. I know. Oh, no, let me think. But you said a herbivore?
It's an omnivore.
Omnivore. The hell is that? What's the omnivore?
It
eats
both
everything.
meat and plant.
Okay. It's in the ocean.
Yep.
1,400 pounds. Endangered.
I like how David's looking these facts up. He's like, I gotta verify
No,
it.
I'm typing the chat. Actually, I only looked up your bass. Thank you very much, sir. Although now I kind of maybe I should fact check you.
Go for it.
Endangered. Is it a tuna?
Yep.
Yeah. The only reason I went for tuna because I watched Wicked Tuna and they said they had to cut back on catching so many of them.
Yeah.
Almost, 'cause they were
Specifically, the bluefin tuna
bluefin
is
tuna,
in
yep,
danger.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. Off the coast. They can't catch them off those. I was watching it. It's the bluefin. Yep.
Yeah.
You all right? I got two right.
There
we go.
You're doing good.
Doing good so far. It's Kyle though, so
I know.
Oh, I love the last one. The facts for the last one are great.
if it's super weird, I might know it.
All right, next one. They can eat hot dogs and cat food. Yeah, it was weird. I didn't know why that was there. Lives everywhere but Africa and Antarctica.
The catfish.
No.
What?
People eat it. They fight each other for territory, and they're a cousin of the lobster.
Hmm.
Oh, them the ones that go up and fight. What animal is that? They go up on their back legs and fight, right? And they got the cousin of the lobster. Who could be a cousin of a lobster? You got I can't be no seahorse. Let me see here.
Like then he goes to Seahorse.
My bubbles. Exactly. Who would be the cousin of a lobster in the ocean? Well, you say this is everywhere, right?
It's everywhere but Africa and Antarctica.
Crab.
Nope.
Who would be a cousin of a lobster?
I'm surprised you didn't get this one.
Cousin of a lobster. All right. I
You're the worst, Kyle.
SpongeBob give me a cousin of a lobster.
I'm trying to think about what all look like a lobster.
Fair.
You're missing one.
That would be the cousin of one. Like, they got crabs. What else crawl? No, I can't
Now I am fact checking.
Cousin of a crab. Shawty, I ain't know they had cousins, Shawty. Hold on.
It's really good eating in the South.
I was afraid it was gonna be that. You son of a. Yeah. All right. I thought that for a second, and then I
Is it crawdads?
Yeah, it's crawfish.
Crawfish?
Yeah,
Crawdads?
yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I just didn't know they were not in Africa. That's just what was throwing me off. So that's why the first thing I was like, oh, when you said hot dogs and kitty food, I was like, oh, catfish, eat anything. So
yeah,
that's fair.
So crawdads, yeah, crawfish. Okay, got it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
The South gave it away, so you had to give me that one. So that when you said South, I was like, oh yeah, crawdads. I just thought about New Orleans.
Yeah.
You say fish or anything aquatic in the South to me, I think of two things instantly: catfish and crawfish. Like,
That's it.
cool.
All right,
I want a crawfish boil.
All right, next one. This creature does not lay eggs. Sharks, moma eels, and sea eagles are one of the very few predators. They primarily live in tropical waters. Most are 3 to 5 feet long, but can be up to 8 feet long. Is a reptile, needs to breathe air.
wow, a lot of interesting facts about this one creature. Wait, what is the predators? What like
Sharks, moray eels. I keep fucking that up, and sea eagles. Yes, Gary. Eels are not a reptile.
Wait.
I don't know. This one I do not know. I don't even have the reptile is throwing me off. Is it a turtle?
Nope.
Chinese water dragon?
No.
I don't even know what that is.
Is it the Mortal Kombat character Reptile?
I mean, he does spend a lot of time in the water. Yep, they do not lay eggs, Shay.
Oh, I missed that. Crap.
That's the clue that immediately stumped me. So reptile that doesn't lay eggs. I don't know.
Huh.
To be honest, it's the fact that they don't lay eggs, but they do have eggs and they just incubate inside them.
Oh, okay. Yeah. They don't have clutches, but they, yeah.
I am completely lost on this one. That is throwing me off. Like I can't even think about.
Wait, where's it? Tropical climates?
Yeah, primarily tropical climates.
And it can be how long?
Up to the long. I think they can be up to 8 feet long. Primarily, though, 3 to 5.
Okay, so it's not what I was thinking. Unless.
Is that like a water lizard or something?
No, because the Chinese water dragon fits perfectly, other than they lay eggs. But I think there are some snakes that give birth to live young that don't lay clutches of eggs that fertilize internally.
But snakes grow bigger than 8 feet, though.
Well, not all of them. So anacondas grow larger, which was my original guess. But there are some boa constrictor relatives that fit this description.
Oh, I don't know.
Don't remember their name. Look,
So
I only know this
it's-
guys because Real Sovereign is like a reptile master, and he like raises snakes and stuff. So he's taught me a lot of shit.
So it is sea snakes.
Just a
That
straight up
li-
sea
Oh
snake.
wow. Okay.
Yeah,
that's
because
sounds
they live almost their entire life either in the reef or in deep water.
Are
They
those
come up
those
with
little things that come up like really quick and then go back down? And
Yep.
Do they? Okay.
they take a quick gasp of water
Right.
air and immediately take the duck back into the reef.
I got you. Okay, I know what you're talking about. I just wanted to get a picture of them. Okay, gotcha.
They can stay submerged for forever.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they don't they basically give birth to live young.
Yep.
Jeez, bro. Oh man, I would have never got that one. Yeah, that's one I would have never got.
Chat says Lil Cool J.
That's
LL Cool
L
J.
Cool J, David.
Oh, I misread it. I'm sorry. That makes way more sense.
Little Cool J.
Well, first of all, I don't know who anyone is anymore. Someone said a rapper's name to me the other day, and I thought they were cursing at me. But also, I 100% read that with an I in there. So I was like, who is Lil Cool J? I thought it was just like a ripoff of LL Cool J.
This goes back to what we said earlier. Sounds about white to me. Little Cool J. Oh, who is that?
Look, the minute they told me,
I think we've firmly established the whiteness of Let's Play Death right here. David's most white. I'm in the middle. Then Kyle's
Right.
least.
We got the meter. Y'all cover every aspect of the meter.
oh,
Oh, that was
All right.
a good one.
So next one. Can swim upside out. Have 9 eyes. Breed cycle is connected to lunar and tidal cycles. Grow slowly. Have blue blood.
Cthulhu.
no. There's
It's an actual creature in the sea.
Upside down.
Avatar.
9
the
eyes.
James Cameron fish.
Is that the fish that's at the bottom of the ocean with the light on it?
No, that's the angler.
Yeah, that's. I think I know this one.
9 man, if a fish got 9 eyes, oh hell no. I don't know. I ain't putting that shit up, bro. 9 eyes.
If I'm right, it's technically not a fish.
What is it?
I'll give
Kyle,
you-
I have no idea.
I'll give you one more hit. You see it a lot in New York. New York Bay.
They got fish in the water in New York.
Maybe I'm wrong. I have a guess when Built is done.
I have no idea. That's right. What do you think? I have no idea.
Is
9
it a
eyes
horseshoe crab?
Yep.
Oh, with
Okay.
all them eyes on the top. Oh,
Yep.
yeah. Oh,
The
yeah.
blue blood is what gave it away for me.
Technically, there's some other crabs that have blue blood.
I don't fucking know.
I learned this while researching all these.
This is awesome.
That's
Oh yeah, them crabs are ugly as hell. They ain't no fish.
Yeah, they're not fish. They're
Oh.
water-dwelling creatures.
yeah.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah. Because I
Yeah.
was trying to think about fish with 9 eyes. I was like, I don't think I've ever seen a fish with
Right.
9
At
eyes.
first, I was like, it's a halibut, but then I was like, they only have 2 eyes. Like, what the?
All
yeah,
right.
the 9 eyes got me. I was damn. All right. So what am I? What am I going? Where am I at now? 2, 4, 3, 4.
You got, I would say 3.
Yeah.
All right. I got okay. I got about half.
All right.
Okay. Next one has 6 steps to their life cycle. Is freshwater only. Lives on the east side of the Americas originally. Females lay 4 million eggs, then die. Are bottom dwellers.
That's too many kids.
hey. They don't have to take care of them.
4 million eggs, bro. That's like an intense nut, bro. Gosh. Let me think. I know this. I've seen this on Discovery Channel before. I'm trying to think about what episode it was because the fish does die after they lay the eggs.
Does not have to be a fish.
So it's not
No,
a fish.
Gary.
Yeah, I feel like I feel like I've also seen this in a nature documentary.
Yeah,
I
I've
cannot think
seen
of what it is, though.
this creature or whatever. I know it's in the water.
Is it totally tubular? You know what I'm talking about, Kyle.
Hold on.
I'm right though, aren't I?
Close.
I knew it.
No shade.
I can't think of it. I'm drawing a blank. I've seen it on the documentary before because I remember the guy saying, and the mother just dies away after she lays her eggs. Just
So,
like, what is it?
Man, they could have been talking about my mom too.
she laid 4 million eggs. 2 survived.
I know. Seahorse.
Seahorses live in the sea, not freshwater.
True.
No, I was just saying what somebody said in chat. I didn't.
I'm just messing with Gary now. It's the American eel.
Oh.
I want to get some of that smoked. I want to get an American eel smoked.
That's what the guy
stuff
was
is supposed
catching.
to be so good.
Oh, so that's
So
what the guy
good.
was catching. He had the wheel that was catching those eels, and then he was actually cooking them. And he was like, it's more okay. Yeah, that's why I saw that. Okay, I had to put. Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
Okay, now this one's going to be fun too. Will lay 45,000 to 500,000 eggs. They molt. Will stand on top of each other for defense. Normally are loners. Embryos start as swimmers and grow to be non-swimmers.
Humans?
That's awesome. Yeah, that's awesome. What?
We're land-based, David. Just saying.
Newborns can swim, though. Have you ever seen those videos?
This is not water world, guys.
So wait, they're loners?
Yeah, normally they're loners, but
Okay.
they will group together and stand on top of each other for defense.
It's water. And how much nut they shoot? How many babies?
That's an important number. 45,000 or up to 500,000.
Dude, that's like a scary movie scene, bro.
Right?
That's a shot up into the ceiling, bro. Could you imagine shooting up that many eggs?
Hey, Superman can do it. You can.
Death Ray, do you have an idea what this Jake?
I do. But only because of one thing that he said, and I could be wrong. I think my chat's right. I think chat says that it's a starfish.
Not a starfish. I was thinking starfish, but I didn't think a starfish can pump out that much nut, bro.
They actually produce more. I just looked it up.
Really?
Yeah, up to 65 million.
Yeah, just shooting that thing out. Like,
You should look up facts about whales then.
No.
You wonder why the water's salty.
Oh, that's a good guess, Shay. That's a good. Yeah, it might be one of those. Two. Jake, yeah. Just This is why we heavily say we do not endorse the
Disclaimer.
things said by Kyle.
Disclaimer. I don't know. Shrimp? No.
Nope. It's a lot of nut for a little creature like that.
I'm out of guesses.
All right, what is it?
The king crab.
What?
Yeah.
King crab will stack on top of itself to fight off.
Certain predators. Yes.
You're telling me there is a crab. You're telling me there is a crab megazord out there. I need to see this.
Hey, I know that's a lot of good crab meat though. They take the whole
Kyle
down
cheated.
wall down.
Whatever.
King crab. That's a fun fact. I didn't know that. That's a great fun fact. I did not know that.
Now, my
How
favorite.
many more of these do you have?
Just one more. This
Okay.
is the last one. This is the last one.
Oh God.
Pearlfish and other small animals will use its rectum as sanctuary.
So they chilling in somebody's asshole. That's what's going on. Somebody literally is breathing in farts every night. They call them a sanctuary, bro.
Oh, it gets better. It gets better. They're nocturnal. They breathe through their anus. They can be 12 thousandths long to 3 feet 12 inches long, and will inject their inner organs to get away.
Octopus. What does the octopus breathe? Do they breathe out their ass? And
Technically, octopus, squid eat and then regurgitate anything they can't consume.
I looked this up because this is messed up.
breathe out their ass.
It's in the ocean.
Ass,
go
bro.
figure.
It's in the ocean.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I know what it is. It's the asshole fish.
Is that what it's called?
No.
Is it the blowfish?
No.
But I don't want to see an asshole fish and a blowfish anywhere near each other.
But that just makes you a bad millennial, David.
Correct. Look, CDC told us not to do it.
Wait, where do fish breathe? Don't they? Oh, they use their gills to breathe.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Normally, this thing isn't a fish.
Not a fish. Is
No.
it a turtle?
No.
No.
I'm trying to think about what has an asshole big enough for somebody to stay in it, bro.
It's small animals.
Wait, this is a small animal?
No, the things
small
that stay-
animals go in its ass.
For sanctuary.
You worship somebody's ass, bro.
Oh, they'll dive head first.
Look, you apparently haven't met certain people.
I don't know who breathes out somebody's ass and stay in it, bro.
They spew a lot of shit sometimes.
Oh my god. Is this small or big?
It could be up to 12 thousandths to 3 feet 12 inches.
So this is a small animal.
Relatively, yeah.
Stand in somebody's ass.
Okay. I'm so glad I picked this animal.
There ain't no. You'll never guess it.
Wait a minute, let me think.
Oh.
I don't know nobody with an asshole that big.
Did you look it up, David? Or
Yes!
did you just know?
All right. What is it? I don't know. I have no idea.
It is the mighty sea cucumber.
This
I
mother.
have no idea.
Right, like
Sea cucumber.
he's a fisherman, not a marine biologist, asshole.
Wait. Is it shaped like an eggplant?
I mean, a little bit can be.
So you got a penis shaped cucumber that goes stay in somebody else's asshole that breathes out the asshole.
No, other things stay in its asshole.
Yep. It goes in its asshole.
Yeah.
It breathes out its asshole, and then it ejects its innards.
Yeah.
Kyle, I see why they save you for last.
Yeah. Because if yeah.
So if the podcast would have started off like this, I would have been like, "What the?"
Yeah, we can't ever have anyone back on after Kyle most of the time. So
I can't. My wife is gonna be like, "So what'd you guys talk about?" All I remember is somebody's breathing out, somebody standing somebody's asshole while they breathing out their asshole. That's all I remember.
Shay, Gary, I make a point of I got victory if I've got you guys yelling at me for something about my point.
I don't know how I'm gonna edit this for YouTube. I'm gonna have to, but
Just start with that question. Put that question at the beginning of the video. I guarantee you it'll go viral.
right. Who can fit in your asshole? Oh wait, wrong site, wrong tube.
Exactly.
Oh
Goddamn
my god.
Cucumber.
Oh my god. So anyways, moving past that, I'd say thank you, Kyle, but no one is. Thank you
That
so
was
much.
I'm good with this.
That was fun. I like that. That was fun.
Thank you so much for coming on the show, Built Up.
Got you, man.
We appreciate you, brother. Please plug your stuff. Tell everyone where they can find you.
You can find me all over the place. Built Up Real Nice is all over the web. You can go to modelrobinson.com, see my model work. Built Up Real Nice is on Twitter, IG, TikTok, or Bustello Poppy. Check me out on those avenues. Twitch is Built Up Real Nice. If you Google Built Up Real Nice, you'll see all my stuff pop up for you. Those are my outlets. If you want to get in contact with me, you can also hit modelrobinson@gmail.com, or just hit you can whisper to me in Twitch or DMs or whatever the case is. Emails work faster because I get a lot of DMs and messages as well. And I tell people I don't respond always. Death Ray will tell you that. That's why I say stay on me. If you need something, if you got a question, stay on me. If I don't answer it, and I probably because I didn't see it, but stay on me. And those are my avenues and outlets, man. So be sure to hit me up.
Brother, sweet. Thank you so much. All right, guys, I hope you enjoyed the episode. I know we had a ton of fun. Click the subscribe button, click the little bell to get the notifications so you don't miss a single episode. We've got an awesome guest coming on next week, Antimicrobial X. Make sure you don't miss it. Every Saturday, 10 a.m. on the YouTube. Have a wonderful day.